Shout out to the Tough Tiger Nation. We up in this building. Much love to the fam. Appreciate you. Big Q and the thing. Tough Tiger Talk, week number 2. Big ups to the fam. Hit the subscribe button, family. If you please hit the like button, hit the share button as we in week 2 live watch stream up in this thing, man. We're gonna be going down and talking about the Tigers, man, in this episode. So shout out to the family. Appreciate y'all popping it on this episode, man. And listen, we got some fixing to do, some big time fixing coming this week here. Very historic matchup set to roll down with the LSU Tigers against the Southern Jaguars. It's been a long time coming. A lot of people would like to see this matchup. From a historical standpoint, being the uh, the closeness of the two areas of where they come from is really not too far. You can basically walk from one school to another if you got if you know what I mean. But man, shout out to the family members for being up in this thing, man. Because listen, we need to get this straight, man. The first week wasn't an impressive debut at all, and even though I was getting commentary from a lot of family members that was down on the performance of Jaden Daniels, I think Jaden Daniels did well based on what he was given. An offensive line that didn't do a damn thing in terms of protection. He was antsy at times because he had no confidence in the line, and why the hell should he? And then of course he was. If you take away his production on the running game, you would have had minus numbers in the rushing attack. He was all of that, and even gave us a chance down the stretch. I think the rest of the Tigers on the offense have to step up. Offensive line, Keyshawn Butte and several other wide receivers, neighbors in the bunch need to step up. Special teams need to get their stuff together. Special teams coordinator Poland need to get it together big time, and I think they'll rebound with a win against Southern in this thing as well. So let's get into it. The injury report, family, for week number 2 is the Tigers. Go ahead, and this is straight from the Death Valley Voice on this one here. As they were now, we know about Mason Smith. That's such a tragic thing that occurred with Mason Smith. Just the celebration, he jumped up and down, and then ACL done for the year. That's one of those freak things that happened, man. As he was celebrating with his teammates, and it's just so unfortunate. He'll miss the remainder of the year, and then of course have the surgery, and then this means that, and this was already put out there, that Makai Wingo will take his place at the interior defensive line. And they're saying don't be surprised to see Brian Kelly and defensive coordinator Matt House give a few other players a run out there to see what the team has in terms of depth either. And of course, Mason Smith was considered one of the big positive for the interior of the LSU line, man. I mean, for real, man. We were looking forward to see him and Ojolari and those guys just ball out in the SEC, and unfortunately we'll have to miss that. But Tigers had another scare early in Sunday's game when B.J. Ojolari came up limping and had to be helped off the field. Luckily, he was okay to continue for the rest of the contest. Kelly didn't disclose any specific new injuries during his pre-Southern press conference, but he did mention a couple on the defensive side of the ball. We've got some injuries on the defensive side of the ball with Mason Smith out, so there will be some changes there as well. Still evaluating. The Tigers also will be without Joe Fucha and Ali Gay for one half on Saturday, though the suspension. Fucha is facing a 4-game academic suspension due to an issue with his credits transferring from Arkansas. Meanwhile, Gay will miss the first half after being flagged for targeting against Florida State. Y'all know that when, they said it against Jordan Davis. He was a good sport about it, contacted Travis. Jordan Travis. And Travis kind of responded and kind of said, man, it's a good dude. He called to check on me and everything. These absences and will do respect to Southern, the quality of opposition will likely result in a lot of rotation on Saturday. This rotation won't be limited to the defense either. Kelly has been adamant that the offensive line continues to be put under the microscope after a poor performance against the Seminoles. Poor performance wasn't poor performance. What a understatement of the year on that one. Poor performance, man. If that was poor, man. What's another word, a worse word for poor? That was beyond poor. That was like impoverished. Damn, that was destitute. That's desolate. Outright desolate performance. How about that one? That fits better right there with that kind of performance. That offensive line didn't do a damn thing in terms of helping them win that game, and the special teams were even worse. That was a desolate performance. Y'all throw it in the chat if you find something worse than that. That's the poor don't cut the mustard here. All right, what else we got here? As he's saying, they're saying, okay, it'll take the young players some time to develop the chemistry and in-game experience needed to play against SEC opposition. It wasn't even that. It's Florida State. If there are better options on the bench, though, it'll be in the best interest of the offense to make those changes sooner rather than later. While Sunday's game brought with many disappointments for LSU family members, one of the biggest positives was the team's health. The Tigers suffered very few injuries in their loss to Seminoles, which bodes well going forward. Few injuries. Mason Smith is enough. Good God. And then, of course, Ojulari even left for a spell. I mean, Mason Smith was, man, we were expecting dominance from Mason Smith this upcoming year. It's unfortunate, man, to say the least. So let me give a shout out to the Tiger Nation. Big ups to y'all. Thank y'all for being here. As the game will start at 6:30, we're gonna make sure we play that thing for you. We're gonna play the radio broadcast of it. Then I'm gonna pop back in on the halftime. But shout out to the family members here. Young City Night Ward, normal guy. What's going on, brother? Jasper, Josh in his bag. OG, what's happening, OG? All right, big ups to you, brother Devin. Good to see you in the building as well. Yeah, chilling. Atrocious. There you go. Devin, you won the word of the day, baby. The performance the offensive line had for the Tigers in that first week against Florida State was atrocious. That's the perfect word right there. Atrocious. That was key. And then people had the nerve to be getting up here talking about Jaden Daniels this and Jaden Daniels that. If you'd have put Nuss in there, Nuss would have suffered too. He would have suffered too, man. Them guys and Keyshawn Butte, I love you, brother. But man, you cannot be dropping touchdown passes. Guys can't be throwing you the ball. You ain't even looking. So he got it. He got touched up pretty good on social media to the point he was removing stuff. That's when you know you're all in your bag sensitive wise. Start pulling shit down off of social media because people touching you up with the truth on social media. So yeah, it's gonna be fun to see what he can do and respond because these guys gonna be playing pissed off, and I just feel bad for the Southern Jaguars defense after having that type of performance. But with all that being said, the positive of Week 1's matchup before I move on is the fact that they did all that horribleness and only lost by 1 point. You see what I'm saying? Only 1 point. They were still in it. They were still in that thing. Anyway, let's keep it going, fam. Let me do a quick check at the college scoreboard for those who probably ain't know the top 25 college scoreboard happening. Right now, Tennessee, 24th ranked Tennessee is topping the Pittsburgh Panthers 27-20 at their building with 2:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. 50, Michigan State destroyed Akron. Right now, they're beating the hell out of them in 7 minutes and 35 seconds in the fourth quarter, 52-0. Good grief. A battle between Houston, the 25th ranked Houston Cougars, and Texas Tech is 17 tied up with 3:03 left in the fourth quarter. Kent State and Oklahoma and 7th ranked Oklahoma just got going in the matchup. So right now it's 0-0. Kentucky 20th ranked against the 12th ranked Florida Gators, 0-0 in the first quarter. Ole Miss right now 22nd ranked in the country, 14-0 against Central Arkansas right now. And of course, you see a couple of games that'll be starting in 10 minutes as number 10th ranked USC at Stanford, Arizona State against Oklahoma State, and that's 11th ranked Oklahoma State. The 4th ranked Michigan Wolverines are at home with Hawaii coming in at 7. And then, of course, Baylor, who's 9th ranked in the country, takes on BYU. That's 21 ranked at 9:15 Central Time. The games that happened, Appalachian State surprised Texas A&M. I was watching a little of this game, and Appalachian State pulled another one. Remember several years ago, Appalachian State pulled the carpet from what was that, Michigan? I want y'all remind me in the chat. Well, they did it again. They beat Texas Tech, who's 6th ranked in the nation. They beat them 17-14 to surprise them, and they beat them in College Station. So shout out to Appalachian State, the little guys, man. Shout out. So, hey, Southern Jaguars, all my Southern people out there, just because you've seen this Appalachian game, don't be getting no ideas. Hey, Southern, don't get no ideas now just because you've seen Appalachian State knock off Texas A&M 17-14, man. How about that for a big win for a Cinderella and knocking them people off. Washington State beat Wisconsin, number 19th ranked in Wisconsin, another upset, 17-14. So we got a couple of unranked beating some of the ranked teams. Alabama and a close one with Texas, and we'll see Texas moving to the SEC. What is it? The year after next, I think it's 2024, or Texas moving into the SEC, and they were able to give a little battle right there with Alabama. It took them getting all the way down there with a field goal to kind of top out that thing, 20-19 in the scare. Georgia, number second ranked in the country against Samford, 33-0, blasted them. Ohio State, third ranked. They took apart the Arkansas State team, 45-12. Clemson, the fifth rank in the nation, beat Furman 35-12. Notre Dame got beat by Marshall, another upset. So this upset Saturday up in this piece, man, for real, because Marshall, they were able to go into Notre Dame and beat Notre Dame 26-21. Notre Dame, get it, family. Brian Kelly left Notre Dame. Guess what Notre Dame is right now? And then they lost to an unranked team in Marshall. Them people sitting up there 0-2. How you like that? We're still young in the season, but all this stuff about Brian Kelly shouldn't have left Notre Dame, and Notre Dame can't see the win without him. Right now, we can't either. So we got to change that. And of course, one of the biggest smackaroonies, looked like it was a lopsided basketball game, was 13th ranked Utah destroying Southern Utah 73-7. That's right. Utah beat Southern Utah 73-7. Looked like a bad basketball game. The 15th ranked Miami Hurricanes over Southern Miss 30-7. You had the 16th ranked Arkansas Razorbacks beating South Carolina 44-30. The number 18 ranked North Carolina State Club were able to beat the Wolfpack, were able to take care of business against Charleston, South Carolina, 55-3. And then, of course, Wake Forest, which is 23rd ranked in the nation, was able to beat Vanderbilt 45-25. So that's a couple of the games for the family members and the scoreboards that you guys probably ain't missing. Like I said, I watched a few of these games, as many as I could. Shout out to my brother Tori. What's up, brother Tori? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Much love to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Shout out and happy early Tiger birthday to Normal Guy. He's gonna be an abnormal guy because his birthday coming up real soon. Shout out Normal Guy. All right, and big ups to the rest of the fam. Thank y'all for chiming in on this broadcast. Please feel free to hit the like button as well as we getting close to the Tigers matchup there. Before we get going, fam, let me spin some stuff right here by Coach Brian Kelly. It's interesting, isn't it, fam, about Notre Dame. Notre Dame made all that hush and fuss about Coach Kelly, and then he leaves to come to LSU, and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish ain't fighting too well. They're getting beat up. They're 0-2 right now in the early season. So that's not a good look with all of the stuff that they was facing with the high-ass ranking they was given. But anyway, fam, let's get on up into it. Let's hear from Coach Brian Kelly with his thoughts on this upcoming game. Here's Coach Kelly. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all can hear this thing. Here we go.
And play their first home game in Tiger Stadium. And, this one is certainly a little different in that, it's my first home game too. So I'm super excited about that as well. And certainly we want to, bounce back for a very heartbreaking and disappointing loss. But again, I'll get into that a little bit. But the game itself against Southern, first LSU game versus a SWAC school, and HBCU opponent. The significance of that is great. Playing an HBCU school, I think, is a great thing for this university and certainly for Baton Rouge, historic in nature, to have two schools from the same city uniting and celebrating this community, the accomplishments, the programs. Certainly, the human jukebox is on display at halftime. I mean, one of the most iconic bands in all of college football. We get a chance to, obviously see them and excited about that. But again, I think it's just exciting to bring in Southern and Coach Dooley, obviously in his first year. They played last week against an overmatched opponent in Florida Memorial, and they did what they should have. they dominated their opponent, and certainly looked good in doing it. McCray, the quarterback, is very elusive. They've got some talented wide receivers defensively. They took the ball away, and again, dominated their opponent in the way they should in that kind of ball game. So, really excited about playing this game, this home game. Our guys are excited, obviously, to get an opportunity to bounce back after a disappointing loss. And it's a short week. Yeah, yesterday was a busy day for us. Coming off a difficult loss, you can imagine there's a lot of emotion, but we had to get right back to work. We were in film study, as well as scouting report, weight training, medical. All of those things had to be accomplished, all at once. So we got all that accomplished, and now we're excited about the weekend.
All right, that's Coach Kelly chiming in with his thoughts, family, about LSU getting ready for the upcoming matchup against the Southern Jaguars. A very historic matchup indeed. It's been a long time coming for these two teams, and of course, we thinking it's going to be a lopsided day. But even though I'm not going to even shoot for that, I'm kind of labeling this, family, after going off these, looking at some of these scores that I just showed with you. There were several really good, wins today. Upsets. These are several really legitimate upsets that happened. Started off with, not started off, but Appalachian State, what they were able to do against Texas A&M, 6th ranked, by the way. You see what I'm saying? So we got to avoid that. It been a couple of games since LSU won. The last game against Florida State, and of course going back to the Coach O administration, we lost that game 42-20 to KSU, as you can see. So we got to get back on the right side of things, man. LSU got to feel a win again. But anyway, the game's going to start momentarily. As you can see, the matchup indicator has LSU with a 98.7% chance, basically giving the Jaguars just over 1% chance of winning this game. But this is upset Saturday, man. So we got to treat this game, for real. But anyway, it'll be in Tiger Stadium. You know what's going down in Death Valley, man. You know it's going to be shaking and baking. Always with the afternoon night games are always LSU is the vibe they come to play in these matchups. It's prime time for them, and they show up, the crowd show up, and it's a great environment. So anyway, let's look at some of the passing leaders right here. As you can see, he mentioned McCray, the quarterback, was 7-12 for 79 yards. He had 2 touchdowns in the game. Jaden Daniels for LSU was 26 of 35, 209 and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad performance in his first chance at the line. Hopefully he can have a more solid performance against Southern, and then moving on in week 3, so we can kind of get rid of all of the throwing the nuss talk at him. I think Jaden Daniels, let's give him a chance to see what he can do. And of course, Morgan, their top wide receiver, was nine carries for, running back, 9 carries for 85 yards in the score. Jaden Daniels was the top rusher for LSU. He had 114 yards on 16 carries. So can't say nothing bad about the man. Jay Sims, 3 catches for 49 yards, 1 touchdown. And of course, the top wide receiver for LSU last week in the statistical leaders through week 1 right now anyway is Jare Jenkins, 5 catches for 46 yards, and he had 2 scores in the matchup for LSU last week. And of course, you can see they blanked their opposition 86-0 last week. So they're feeling good coming into this game. LSU not so fortunate. You lose by 1 to Florida State, which should have been a win. So anyway, that's one of the things that we kind of noticed there, man. But I think it's a terrific time for LSU to kind of get this stuff together, see if they can get a win right here against a opponent that they should be able to beat pretty easy. So let me do this. Let's get some prediction from the family members that's listening. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, please feel free, family, to give me your score predictions. Now, remember, I just showed you guys the college football scoreboard, top 25. And within the top 25, they had several upsets, really valid upsets this Saturday. So we're not trying to be like that. So let me get your score predictions. How do you guys think this fares out? Give me a score prediction, man, and get it out there. All right, what's up, Kim? Shout out to you, baby. She says, I'm caught between 2 and 1 when LSU, 1 daughter went. Okay, yeah. Oh, my, bless your heart, Kim. Yeah, other daughter went to the University of Georgia, so got to cheer quietly. I know that is tough right there. So Big ups to you. You can still support them all. You know what I'm saying? It's just when one score, you cheer for them. You're just going to be cheering all damn game. Hopefully more LSU than Southern. But they can't say you didn't cheer, though, you know? All right, Devin says, Keshawn playing. Yeah, that's what I heard. He playing. He saw he was in his feelings after I know, bro. I know. So here we are, fam. There go the screen coming up, and we about to get the going right here. So let me get these scores out of the way for real. Normal guy, thank you, bro. Says 34-27. Shout out to you, my friend. All right, Young City says 34. Wow, man, that close of a game. Y'all really feel that kind of way? Damn. All right, 34, both for the same score, 34-27 LSU. Damn, if we playing them that close, man, I don't know. All right, 38-10. I think I like that one a little close further out. That's a close game, 34-27. Damn, LSU. I mean, Southern gonna keep it that tight? Damn. All right. Yeah, Trulu says Notre Dame frauding Irish. Yeah, I know I talked about that. They're 0-2 right now without Kelly. So yeah, True says them MD fans been worried. He said they've been so worried about us all year long. Their team 0-3 under Freeman. I thought it was 0-2. I seen that the thing says 0-2. I don't think it's 0-3, is it? That's even worse. But anyway, fam, let's get ready to get this cooking and booking. Listen, y'all guys, please hit the like button if you can hear the sound as we get going. LSU and Southern. As you can hear, they just piping up, man, and getting the band. The band is playing, so it's gonna be something. All right, True says Q. I think we put up 40. Yeah, I think it should look like it should if it's right and we're a top-notch organization like the school versus Southern, it should be like a 45-17 or even a 44-10 type situation. You see what I'm saying? Somewhere like that where you score 35 points plus and they only allowed to score less than 17 points. It should be like that, mid 40s, 38, 40, somewhere around there. And then they supposed to have like 14 or 17, something like that. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Let me see if y'all do that. Yeah. So, all right. So here, family, we're about to get this thing cracking and baking. Here go the broadcast. Here we go. Hit the one button.
That game, and they almost, Chris, were able
go
to
Tigers
it at the very end. And what happened? They missed the extra point that would have tied it. They could have gone in retrospect, gone for 2. But if they had gone for 2 and didn't make it, people would be complaining about that. Best thing to do is forget about that game and take this game for what it's worth, and that is an opportunity to come away with the first victory of the year. And LSU can do that. And if they're not careful about it, they can do what Appalachian State did to Texas A&M today.
No doubt about it. Obviously, Southern coming in, Coach Eric Dooley in his first year, he's told his guys all week, hey, we got to punch up in divisions, guys. But if LSU makes those mistakes on special teams, inadvertent whistles, inadvertent penalties, we got a chance. We got to go out there and do what we do. So I'm sure that's been part of the motivation for the Jaguars coming in.
And I tell you, Chris, one of the things about special teams, which is why it's a great coaching point, is that is one of the places in the game of football where you can get an advantage. You can work really hard. You can train people to be very good either at blocking kicks or at kicking the ball, at rushing the extra points and field goals. And that's one of those things that people can do with a lot of effort and a lot of practice. And that's one of the things you bet Southern has been working on all week long this week as a way that they can get back at LSU. They scored 86 points last week. Now, I don't think they're going to score 86 against the Tigers. It's going to be a tough night if they do score that many.
Well, I know, again, FCS taking on a Power 5 program, you've got to take advantage of any and all mistakes that the bigger team makes in a given contest. One of the things, Doug, that reverberated from Coach Brian Kelly this week, he talked about it Tuesday during his press conference, talked about it Wednesday, meeting with the media after practice, even talked to me about it on Thursday during his weekly radio show. He kept emphasizing it wasn't just player execution. Some of it was coaching coaching execution. We've got to do better as a complete team, coaches and players, and that's one of the things they went to work on. And when you look at Jaden Daniels, I say that to bring this up. Certainly the guy accounted for 90% of the offense for LSU, but as Coach Kelly told us going into the halftime locker room Sunday, that's not the way it's designed. He was having to scramble too much. They then kind of changed what they did in that second half that suited his skill set, and suddenly he's able to really explode, move the offense, and they scored 3 touchdowns in a row. I got to believe this week, and we'll see in just a few moments, if they get their first possession, they're going to try to go fast, a little tempo, get him into a rhythm, and build that confidence early.
And look, if LSU decides to go tempo this game, this may be a tempo game because that's exactly what Southern does. They run tempo all the time. They run a play, they get back to the line of scrimmage. They don't get in the huddle. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and they run another play and run another play. LSU's goal is to make them punt on that 4th play, let the Tigers get the football and come back, score some points, and get a lead in this game, unlike what happened last week. LSU's team out onto the field now, home white jerseys with purple and gold trim, gold headgear, gold pants with stripes on the side. Southern on the far side corner of the field. Their colors are blue and gold, and I think it's called Columbia blue, or I call it Carolina blue because it's like North Carolina's blue to my way of thinking. They are wearing gray uniforms, though, with blue and gold trim. So we'll just call them the Jags. That's the best way to do it. LSU is the Tigers. Southern University is the Jags. LSU's captains for this game, number 18, B.J. Ojolari, number 11, Ali Gay, number 6, Mike Jones, and number 5, Jaden Daniels is this captain for this game. The other 3 are permanent team captains. As the captains march toward midfield, Gordy Rush is down there, and I think they're going to let him view the toss of the coin. They might even let him call it if he's lucky.
Yeah, I'm down here. The Sugar Bowl doesn't allow radio guys to go to midfield. Not the case here home in Tiger Stadium, as the captains will exchange handshakes here. It's Daniels. Ojolari will not play. We'll talk about that in a second. And Mike Jones Jr. Of course, Ali Gay is suspended for the first half from that targeting call.
We're going to be using today for the coin toss. This side is heads, tails. Southern, you are the visiting team. What are you doing? Tails is the call.
Southern is called tails.
It is tails. Southern University, you want to be.
It is tails, and Southern has elected to receive.
Which
So
way you
Southern,
want to get? Make sure you raise that way.
It's 86 degrees.
So LSU's going to be kicking from the south end towards the north end. Southern will be receiving. They won the toss and elected to receive to begin this football game, and we're just moments away from that game, and an exciting one all around the city of Baton Rouge all day today. More traffic than this campus has seen at any time, I think, even more than fraternity and sorority rush. So there's a big day on the Baton Rouge campus of LSU. The Tigers hoping to get off to a big start, an exciting start, and start their season off with a second game win here, unlike what happened against Florida State last week. So officials spread out now to their designated spots around the field. LSU is going to be kicking as we look at the field from our right to our left. That's south to north here in Tiger Stadium. Southern will be receiving the kick to our left as we look down on the field. And the officials giving last-minute instructions, allowing the teams to have last-minute instructions from their coaches. LSU's deployed out on the field, Southern likewise. And as we near kickoff here to give you all the play-by-play, the voice of the Tigers, Chris Blair.
Thank you, Doug. Opening kickoff, as always, brought to you by H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. Again, as Doug told you, the Tigers going to tee it up at the 35-yard line. They'll be kicking right to left towards the north end zone here at legendary Tiger Stadium. Again, the redshirt freshman, Damian Ramos, will have the honors to get this game started. Southern sends out their kick returners, Braylon Morgan. Back deep, actually 2 back deep. Reginald King joins him back there as we get the official word from television. Here's the approach, and boot meets ball. We've got football here in Louisiana. Short, low-line kick. Takes a bounce at the 10. Fielded by King, near side at about the 5. And he lost the football at the 20-yard line. The Tigers jump on it, and it is LSU football. Got hit about the 15-yard line, able to shake off that tackle, and then with extra effort, got hit again by a team of Tigers, and the ball jostled loose, and LSU forces the early turnover. As Reginald King getting some encouraging words from the officials, asking, did he fumble before going down? They said, yes, you did. And it looks like Sage Ryan able to come up with the loose ball for the Tigers. So after Southern takes the football, fumble the opening kickoff, LSU in business here. First down and 10 with the ball placed at the Southern 21-yard line. So right out of the gate, knocking on the outside of the Capital One red zone. Daniels in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. Plenty of time to look downfield. Drops it off underneath the Keyshawn Booty. He'll have it at the 16-yard line, far side, a gain of 5 yards. No surprise there, gentlemen. They go to Keyshawn Booty early. Try to get him involved in this offense early and often, of course. It'll set up 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 16-yard line. They move the football to the right hash, far hash from our vantage point. In the shotgun, Armani Goodwin along with Daniels. On 2nd down and 5, we got movement flags everywhere, and they halt play. And it looked like maybe LSU got a little jumpy. We'll see. Our officials tonight out of the SEC, referee Scott Walker, umpire Tom Quick, headline judge Gary J. Rowe, and the replay Gerald Hodges.
All start. Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Couple of changes to that offensive line. Charles Turner starting at center tonight. They moved Garrett Dellinger over to left guard. Anthony Bradford, who was called for that infraction, at right guard. Miles Frazier, right tackle, and Will Campbell, the true freshman, at left tackle. So after the infraction, 2nd down and 10, back at the 21, handoff Booty. Booty coming near side, hit at the 19, and then a team of tacklers bring him down at about the 19-yard line. Ball came out, but ground cannot cause the fumble, so he'll be down there after a gain of maybe 3. It'll set up LSU again taking the turnover. 2nd fumble recovery by this defense on the season. It'll be 3rd down and about 7 here for the Tigers. Again, opening drive similar to last Sunday inside the red zone. But on Sunday against the Noles, they had to settle for the 36-yard field goal after the errant snap. Here's Daniels on 3rd and 7. Steps up in the pocket. Now decides to tuck and run up the middle of the field. Cuts it to the numbers, to the 10, 5. He dives in, right pylon. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 18-yard scamper for Jaden Daniels, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Tigers take an early 6-0 lead with 13:25 to go here in the first stanza.
Jaden Daniels showing the outstanding speed, and he is one of the fastest guys on the team. And that time, he got past the line of scrimmage and decided, look, I'm too far gone to throw the pass, so let me try to get to the corner by the pylon. He did so, just stepped in just enough for the score. LSU with the first score of the game.
Damian Ramos on for the point after. Jay Bramblett will hold. Slade Roy will do the snapping. Football is back. Placement is down. Ramos swings the leg, and it's up and good. And LSU wasting little time. Forced the turnover on the opening kickoff, set up shop at their own 21-yard line, and eventually an 18-yard touchdown run for Jaden Daniels makes it a 7-0 LSU lead. Just 3 plays, 21 yards, a minute 29 off the first quarter clock. Listen up, fans. Introducing the greatest hits from the lottery. Play Hit 50 and win up to $1,000. Visit any lottery retailer. Pick up Hit 50 today for your chance to win. Must be at least 21 to purchase. Gordy Rush, I imagine that was exactly the way Mike Denbrock and head coach Brian Kelly wanted to see things happen. They didn't win the toss, get the football back on the kickoff, and then punch it in.
Absolutely. They got 2 touches to Boutte. The first 2 offensive plays they were able to get off. And then they talked about, like Brian Kelly talked about on your show, and then also in his press conference about recognition. And it took Jane Daniels a little while to recognize what was going on. On that touchdown play, he noticed that Southern was playing 2-man. That means that the defenders were guarding LSU's wide receivers real tight, and their backs were turned to him, and nothing was open. He tucked it, he ran, clear sailing to the end zone. Great read by Jane Daniels.
Ramos, the ensuing kickoff, gets all of this one to the back of the end zone. It's a touchback, and Southern will start first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line with the Tigers leading 7-0. Gordy, another Sunshine sideline report back to you. You talked about it after the toss of the coin. Some injuries and some replacements for this LSU defense.
Yeah, absolutely. So B.J. Ojulari is a scratch. His leg was wrapped. It doesn't look to be too serious. So it's going to be Desmond Little, number 8, in his place. He played a little bit against Florida State. And Savion Jones is going to start for Allie Gay at the left defensive end. Gay will be eligible to come back in the second half after that targeting foul last week against Florida State.
Here come the Jaguars. First play from scrimmage on offense. Bashawn McCray, the quarterback, in the shotgun on first down and 10 from his own 25. Has time. Lifts this one down the field one-on-one, and it's overthrown right around midfield. Looking for August Pete. Pete, the senior out of Opelousas, Louisiana. Again, just slight step. Pretty good coverage, though, by the Tigers down the field by Jarek Bernard Converse. And again, the throw, no chance to make a play on that. Sets up second down 10 again at the 25. Again, lining up quickly, waiting on the snap. McCray has it in his hands. Again, pocket forms. He'll throw over the middle into a crowded field. It's incomplete and broken up that time with quick hands by the Tigers defender looking for Rudy Dyson, who was planted middle of the field, but Major Burns doing a great job staying with the receiver. Made a play on the ball, deflection, it's incomplete, sets up third down and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Third down, 10.
One of the things Coach Kelly talked about, was happy with his safety play, but felt like in coverage they had some snafus last week, especially in the flat middle of the field. McCray again on third and 10, again looking to throw, and this one off the mark up at the 35-yard line, far side, trying to find Cassius Allen, this time on coverage, Mekhi Garner. It's incomplete, sets up fourth down and 10. And we'll see the punt unit come on. Southern so far, one game last week, we touched on it, 86-0. They beat Florida Memorial. Again, we found out it is a college, not a hospital. They got the 86-0 shutout. But special teams actually pretty good. Robin's Beauplan, the punter, had a long of 59 yards, averaging 51.5 on the year. Greg Clayton Jr. will be back deep for LSU. And before they can get off the snap, may have been there's a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense. Contact in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Fourth down.
Tigers penalized 5 yards. Offside.
So we'll push up the Jaguars just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll reset again. Robin's Beauplan back to punt it away. Gregory Clayton, transfer from UTSA, played at Lutcher High School in his prep days, back there to field it. He'll step back, another nice punt. Spiraling kick back to the 20. Clayton going to field it at the 20. Comes up the middle of the field, the 30, the 35, and eventually stopped at about the 38-yard line. You heard the crowd erupt after he made the catch, hauled in the punt, and then a nice return afterwards. 50-yard punt, 18-yard return, and LSU looking at first down and 10 back on offense now with the ball at about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line here. Looks like we got a Tiger slow to get up across the way at the 36-yard line. Matthew Langlois being tended to in on special teams. Lanois, one of the backup safeties, and now he's on his back. The training crew coming across. They'll take a look at him there. Fans Capital One offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallet? 7-0 LSU leading. Opening kickoff fumbled by the Jaguars. LSU took over at the 21. Eventually, Jaden Daniels in from 18 yards out to get the Tigers on the board. Some interesting games earlier today across the SEC. Doug alluded to it earlier. Texas A&M falling to App State. The Mountaineers pull off another upset victory in a giant venue. Of course, you remember the victory in the Big House against Michigan a number of years ago. They defeat Texas A&M earlier this afternoon. And just final in OT, Tennessee gets by Pitt 34-27. That's a look at the Caesar Sportsbook scoreboard, the official sports betting partner of LSU. Lanois now mostly on his own power, but very slowly making his way to the near sideline. 17-14, by the way, App State with that win over the Aggies at Kyle Field.
A little bit on Greg Clayton Jr. return that punt. He was wearing number 26. They switched him number 25 to make him eligible. He's a wide receiver by trade from Lutcher High School, but bounced around a couple junior colleges and most recently from UT San Antonio. But he has returned punts in live action, and he's getting his first action as a punt returner tonight.
Yeah, last year, 2 games for the Roadrunners after that journey through the junior college ranks. But a good start here on his first punt handle. LSU first down and 10. They'll hand it off, and good one. Explodes up the middle. Eventually, his own balance got out from under him as he crossed the 45 up near the 48-yard line, but a gain of 11 yards, and it's first down for the Fighting Tigers. Good one last week. Held in check. 5 carries, 14 yards. He gets 11 in his first carry here tonight. Daniels, plenty of time in the pocket. Looks left, now looks right. Now on the run to his right. Southern trying to get him at the edge. He gets by one defender into Jag territory, down to the 43-yard line. Looked like a gain of almost 8 on the scamper. It'll set up second and short here for the Tigers with 12.5 to go in the first quarter.
Daniels really shows his speed when he sees a little crease beyond the line of scrimmage and he knows that he can't throw the football. He just turns those jets on and he picks up a lot of yardage.
Second down and a yard. They go to Goodwin. He stiff arms a man at the 40. Now he's free on the numbers 20, 15, 10, and eventually upended down around the Southern 5-yard line. He planted a defender at the 40 who came up, had a chance to make the stop. Goodwin was having none of that. A 38-yard gain, a great tackle on the left edge, a great block rather by Will Campbell to get him into the open field. First down goal to go at the 5 as the Tigers once again inside the Capital One red zone. Josh Williams will check in at running back after the long run by Goodwin. Shotgun snap, Daniels gives it to Williams. Stutter steps now straight ahead to the goal line. Leans in. He's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 5-yard touchdown run. Josh Williams with his first rushing touchdown of the season. And the Tigers make it 13-0. Still 11:46 to go here in the first quarter. So Daniels with a running touchdown. Williams now gets in on the act. Just the 3rd rushing touchdown in this early season for the Tigers. And again, Ramos will come on, try to tack one more up on the board. Last week, of course, 2 of 3 in point afters. Waiting on the snap from Slade Roy. Here it comes, placed down by Bramlett. Kick is in the air. Kick is good. It's now 14-0. LSU leading over the Southern Jaguars. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake, champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. Tigers up 14-0 over the Jags. Back to Tiger Stadium after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See Popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. Most people know that I'm one of Atlanta's premier injury attorneys, but what most people don't know is that insurance companies routinely undervalue the pain, suffering, and loss of life in our community. Hiring one of those huge law firms won't get our community the results that we deserve. You need an attorney who can tell your story because we care and because we live your story. You need a team that wins for our community and a lawyer with the knowledge and experience to get the most out of the insurance company. You need C. Kelly Law. So if you're injured by someone else, call 844-I-WIN-4GA to get the real help that you need. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA, or visit our website at win4ga.com. That's win4ga.com. Contact our team as soon as you're injured to get the real help that you need.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. As owner of Mint Mobile, I'm proud to offer premium wireless for just $15 a month. And I'm proud that we have thousands of 5-star reviews from customers like Dan D. in New York, who writes, "I am satisfied customer. How can this only be $15? He wrote it in all caps. I needed you to feel it like he feels it. I hope I did that justice, Dan. And I hope that you try Mint too at mintmobile.com/Odyssey.
New activation and upfront payment for 3-month plan required. Taxes and fees extra. Additional restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for full terms.
This is WWL.
Hear the Tigers roar. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers up 14-0 over the Southern University Jaguars here at Tigers Stadium with 11:46 remaining here in the first quarter. Vans Toyota's national sales event is on. Enjoy every last second of summer and an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer to check out the Ready for Anything Toyota Tundra. How Tigers Go Tailgate. Toyota, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Ramos teasing up at the 35. He's been busy early on here in the first quarter. Here's another low line kick, angling near side, over the shoulder catch made by Braylon Morgan. He'll bring it out of the end zone from about 3 yards deep, make his way to the 15 and run into a wall. He maybe got forward progress to the 16-yard line, but that's where Southern will take over with their second possession of the game. And Doug Morrow, one of the things LSU looks to be clicking offensively, Jane Daniels, will give him credit. He stood in the pocket. He showed some patience. He has scrambled and made big plays, but he's not going as quickly as we saw him early in the game in week number 1 against Florida State.
But when he goes quickly, doesn't he? Once he turns those jets on, you can tell he's got some of the fastest feet of the entire team. And LSU's got a lot of people with speed.
So we'll see with Sean McCray again. They'll feature a couple of running backs. Gerard Sims, one of their key backs. And on first down, they'll hand it off. It will be Sims trying to find something right edge. Picks up maybe 4 yards to the 20-yard line before Greg Penn able to get to him defensively to make the stop. Eric Dooley, we mentioned in his first season here at Southern University, was a member as an assistant coach from 97 to 2010. Most recently, spent the last 4 years at Prairie View A&M. In fact, won the Western Division of the SWAC and played in the title game a year ago before coming back here to try to build back this Southern University football program. Second down and 6. They swing the pass out into the flat, and breaking one tackle, staying upright is Gerard Sims. Eventually the Tigers able to get to him, but not before he made it up to about the, 22-yard line. A gain of 2, but that looked like could have been a loss of maybe 7. It just didn't wrap up again. LSU not really wrapping up. We saw that a lot on Sunday, trying to knock people down as opposed to cleaning them up. Third down and 4 here for the Jaguars. Third and manageable. Last week in that big win, they didn't have to convert third down a lot. In fact, they were just 4 of 8 in that 86-0 rout. But an even 50% on the early season on third down. The big 3rd and 4. McCray drops back, trying to set up the screen, and it's incomplete. LSU had it snuffed out. Greg Penn knew screen was coming. They tried to drop it off to Sims. He couldn't hold on. It'll set up 4th down and 4, and we should have another punt upcoming. And now it appears we've got a fan on the field down around the 10-yard line. The security out there trying to calmly ask him to leave, and things are going to get ramped up. And here they go. They're going to make the tackle at about the 17-yard line. Now we've got police officials joining them. Again, after the play, we just had a random fan who I believe came out of the end zone area and decided he wanted to get in on the action, but he's going to lose this one. So we've got to stop in action. While we do, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Home of the Saints and LSU. 870 AM WWL New Orleans. 105.3 WWL FM and HD1 Kenner New Orleans. A radio.com sports station.
Back with you inside the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast booth. This is my 7th year calling LSU football. This is a first for me. Random fan comes onto the field. Now he is cuffed and being escorted off into the tunnel, and his viewing of the game comes to a very quick end. It sets up 4th down and 4 after LSU blew up an attempted screenplay on 3rd and 4. So we'll see another punting situation, and Robin's bow plan will come out, and we'll see Gregory Clayton. And again, an opportunity to really change field position in favor of the Tigers here, as Beauplan will have to let this go from about his own 10-yard line. Clayton standing at the 36 of the Tigers. Snap back. Beauplan lets it fly off the foot. Good punt. Fair catch called for at the 30, and Clayton with sure hands brings it down there, and that's where LSU will take over. 1st down and 10 after a 49-yard punt. Timeout on the field with the Tigers leading 14-0 over the Southern Jaguars. Fans, a reminder, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold and fights for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. Back to Tiger Stadium after this. LSU 14, Southern 0. Still first quarter action, 10:08 to go on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA member FDIC.
When you're a fan, you wear your team's jersey on your back and your heart on your sleeve. After a win, your world glistens. Lose, and the hurt permeates your soul. You'll always have a place with us in the Cox Fan Zone, where everyone can play and connect with other fans in a big group hug. See, in the Fan Zone, you're not some crazy fan. You're home.
Hey, Tiger fans, say Fan Zone into your Cox voice remote to play. Not at home? Visit cox.com/fanzone and go Tigers. Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hear the Tigers roar. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Okay. Cody Rush on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Sunshine Sideline Report. And Chris, Doug, let me break it down to you. Fan who we'll call Jim X casually got out of the south end, actually the north end zone, and he walked just casually all the way up there, was undetected 5 yards away from the quarterback before Don Coppola was able to make a form tackle from the East Baton Rouge Police Department. Boutte, take it, Chris.
Got the reverse coming near side, and Booty down the near sideline. Into Jag territory, the 45, the 40, the 35, and finally forced out inside the Jaguar 30-yard line. They're going to mark it at about the 20, let's see. They're going to mark it at the 30. He stepped out at the 30-yard line, and 41-yard gain as they just, little reverse coming near side. Booty lined up wide to the right. Took the little flip from Daniels, and off to the races he went. First down and 10 quickly now at the Jags 30. This time they'll toss it out. Mason Taylor in the flat. The tight end hauls it in at the 25 and goes sailing out of bounds inside the 20, down to around the 17-yard line. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Again inside the Capital One red zone. Jordan Carter eventually able to get Taylor out of bounds. LSU right back inside the red zone here. 9:15. First quarter action. They lead 14-0. Daniels will have Noah Kane on a wing to his left in the shotgun formation. Actually, Josh Williams, the running back. Booty motions right to left. Handoff goes to Williams, and Williams gets to the 15 before being slapped down there. A gain of 2. Going to set up second down and 8 for the Fighting Tigers. Taj Brown, the senior out of Donaldsonville, making the stop for the Jaguars. LSU is pretty clear, Doug. They want to get Kayshon Booty involved in the offense. He's been a target a number of times already, a couple of catches, and he's also used in the running game. It'll be second down and 8 again at the Jag 15-yard line. Williams going to switch from the left to right hip of Daniels. Shotgun snap again to Williams, straight through the middle inside the 15. Tripped up down shy of the 12. A couple of yards there will set up third down and 5 upcoming for the LSU Tigers.
And Chris, it shows, that whatever conversation the coach and the player had in regard to the game last week against Florida State, it helped because there was a meeting of the minds. Obviously, Kayshon Booty has been given a bigger chance to participate in the offense this game, and it's paid off for him.
Third down and 6 from the 12-yard line. Empty set and 5 wide, but at the snap, flags come out. Looks like there was movement again up front by the Tigers. Again, this offensive line, you're hoping to gel. Changes in personnel coming into week 2.
Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. Go down.
Unfortunately, that's the second time Bradford's been flagged for movement from his right guard position.
Chris, and that's more about Turner twice now has just been late with the snap. They haven't been in sync. And look, you're going to expect that when you make a move and put the backup center in there at center and Dellinger over at guard.
So after the infraction, backs them up third down and 10. Now ball at the 17-yard line of the Jags with LSU up by 2 scores early. Daniels in the pocket with time. Flushed out, moves to his left, throws on the run, and diving for it. Back left corner of the end zone. Jack Besh, Fighting Tiger football touchdown. 17-yard catch by Besh, who was in the back of the end zone. The throw was towards the back corner. Showing his athleticism, gets over and cradles it. Gets it in the arms and will celebrate a touchdown, making it 20-0 LSU with 7:16 remaining here in the first quarter.
Besh did a good job of finding the open spot in the corner of the end zone. He made himself available until the quarterback was able to pick him up, laid the ball out in the corner of the end zone for the reception and the score.
Ramos again. The placement is down. He will put it up, and the kick is good. It's 21-0. LSU leading. 7:16 remaining here in the first quarter of action. That drive, 5 plays, 71 yards, highlighted by the huge run by Kayshon Booty of 41 yards to set them up in Jag territory. Daniels would fire to Besh, who hauls in his first touchdown of the year. That's the third passing touchdown for Daniels this season. The Tigers right now 164 yards total offense to just 6 for the Southern Jaguars. LSU Athletics would like to thank this week's game sponsor, McDonald's. McDonald's, an official partner of LSU Athletics. Well, plenty of Columbia blue and gold taking in the game so far, but as we just mentioned, look at the stats, look at the scoreboard, Doug. Not a lot to be cheering about. But LSU looks to be, as we said before kickoff, it's about what LSU would improve this week, and everything looks a lot more efficient. You can tell good on good, and right now LSU's playing very well.
Well, and it usually does turn out to be more efficient when the people that you're competing against just are not the caliber of your level. And that's kind of what we have right now, that we're seeing LSU with a 21-0 lead, still 7:16 remaining in the first quarter of this game. So
kickoff goes into the back of the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25.
So you know that Southern is kind of feeling the way that their opponent felt last week when they were down 86-0 when the game ended. And I'm sure LSU's got a tough spot because you don't want to look like you're taking advantage of your little brother, but that's kind of what it's starting to look like right now.
Well, one big key in that win, 86-0, Bashawn McCray, the starting quarterback, only played a quarter of action as they led by 42. Here's a tip on a pass attempt on first down, intercepted by Baskerville down the far sideline. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 29-yard pick six. The throw by McCray was hit at the line, just floated in the air. Baskerville easily grabs it, speeds his way into the end zone. And LSU, before we can even get set, is now up 27-0. Ramos again. Going to need an ice bath at the half if this continues. He's been out there a lot. He's out there again for a point after. Snap a little high. Placement is down. Kick is up. And once again, it's good. 28-0 LSU leading over the Southern Jaguars. And we've got a timeout on the field. Something tells me the Jags and Coach Dooley, they need it. Tiger fans, stop by, see your local Southern quality Ford dealers. Take a test drive and get amazing deals and low financing on a new car, truck, or SUV, and let the good times roll. Rolling here for the Tigers, 28-0. They lead Southern. Back to Tiger Stadium after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. Most people know that I'm one of Atlanta's premier injury attorneys, but what most people don't know is that insurance companies routinely undervalue the pain, suffering, and loss of life in our community. Hiring one of those huge law firms won't get our community the results that we deserve. You need an attorney who can tell your story because we care and because we live your story. You need a team that wins for our community and a lawyer with the knowledge and experience to get the most out of the insurance company. You need C. Kelly Law. So if you're injured by someone else, call 844-I-WIN-4GA to get the real help that you need. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA, or visit our website at win4ga.com. That's win4ga.com. Contact our team as soon as you're injured to get the real help that you need.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. As owner of Mint Mobile, I couldn't wait to make my first commercial for Odyssey listeners. I thought, I'll tell them to go to mintmobile.com/Odyssey to get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Then I thought, they'll never believe the owner bragging, so I'll bring on a real Mint customer who knows it's premium wireless for just $15 a month. Then I thought, how will they know it's not just me acting as a customer? Then I thought, what if they don't think I'm a good enough actor to play a customer? Then I cried and went to bed the end.
New activation and upfront payment for 3-month plan required. Taxes and fees extra. Additional restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for full terms.
This is WWL, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. LSU leads Southern 28-0. 7 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Gordy Rush with another sideline report. Sunshine report. What a great job right there. 2 phases for the LSU defense. Desmond Little, starting a defensive end for an injured B.J. Ojulari. He's able to get pressure, get his hands up, deflects the football, and it was Micah Baskerville, who had a great year last year, especially in pass coverage, that stepped in front of the slant route, took it 29 yards to the house. 28-0 Tigers.
Thanks, Gordy. Again, it was the first pick six for LSU since last season. McLaughlin on the pick six against the Florida Gators right here at Tiger Stadium. It lifts the Tigers up 28-0. Again, Damian Ramos, ensuing kickoff, will sail to the back of the end zone. And again, Southern will get started first down at 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fan Cintas proudly helps local Louisiana businesses stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday. And they've done that for over 35 years. Tigers will send out the defense here. Southern, as Doug mentioned prior to kickoff, it's a team. Coach Dooley, they line up, they snap it. Play ends, they line up, snap it again. But right now, it's been all about LSU's offense. Time of possession, as we mentioned, sometimes not a key factor. It's been a big factor so far here in the first quarter. First down at 10, they'll keep it on the ground on the first play from scrimmage, and Kendrick Rhines will try to get something off the left edge, maybe 2 yards. That's about all. Before Desmond Little, again, who had the tip on the last possession that resulted in the Baskerville interception. He'll make the stop there, and Little making the most of his time. The junior out of Pritchard, Alabama, getting the start with B.J. Ojulari here in week number 2. Certainly looking good early on. Second down and 8 for the Jags. Ball on the far side hash as they attack left to right. Bad snap and handled by McCray. He'll throw over the middle. Crossing pattern is caught. Up across the 30 to the 33. Dupree Fuller, the backup tight end out of Reseda, California, gained 6 yards before Savion Jones, who's starting in place of Ali Gay, serving the half suspension for targeting on Sunday. Savion makes the stop. It'll be third down and manageable here for the Jags. They haven't seen that a lot tonight, Doug. It'll be third down and 2. They're 0 for 2 so far. 6:03 clock moving first quarter. 28-0 LSU leads over Southern. McCray with instructions to the O-line, steps back into the gun, got a single back and a wing to his left, 2 receivers left, 1 to the short side of the field. Low snap and handled again, now on the mesh, it's dropped, football loose, grabbed by the Tigers, and it'll be down at about the 24-yard line as Desmond Little again. Ball comes out on a bad exchange, and Little saw it first, dives on it, and LSU takes another turnover and has a short field in front of them. Things going from bad to worse if you're the Southern Jaguars.
Just a simple zone read, and the quarterback put the ball on the running back's belly. It's as if he didn't want to take it. It didn't get to his belly. It actually got to his hip and went straight on the ground. Desmond Little came from his left defensive end position and fell on the football.
So the Tigers take back over on offense now with 5:43 remaining. Still the first quarter. First and 10, 24-yard line of the Jags. Daniels calls for the snap. He's looking to stand back and throw. He does. Little off the mark and incomplete. Far side at the 15 near the numbers. Trying to hit Chris Hilton Jr. It's just out of his grasp. Incomplete. That'll be the first incompletion on the day for Daniels. He's 4 of 5 so far. It'll be second down 10 at the 24. Keyshawn Booty out wide to the left. Taylor and Neighbors along with Hilton to the right side. Shotgun snap. Daniels pulls, hits Booty at the 10, and Booty drags a defender inside the 5 down around the 2-yard line. And the Tigers, just like that, jump right back into the Capital One red zone. Capital One, proud supporter of LSU athletics. What's in your wallet? 21-yard gain, third catch of the night for Booty, and they try to line it up, snap it quickly. They hand it off to Goodwin, and this time Southern able to smother that one up back around the 6-yard line. They were there right at the handoff. A loss of 3. Jalen Campbell, middle linebacker for the Jags, able to get there first, make the stop.
So
back it up. Second down goal to go from about the 6-yard line. 5 minutes remain first quarter. LSU knocking on the door once again, already up by 4 scores, 28-0. Daniels again working with Goodwin to the left side in the shotgun formation. Gets the pad or gets the snap, throws, and right at the goal line, Malik Neighbors has it. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 6-yard touchdown strike. It's now 34-0. LSU with 4:44 to go in the first quarter. I mentioned that Southern led 42-0 in the first quarter against Florida Memorial last Saturday. LSU's awfully close to matching that here in this matchup. Ramos again out there. His name may have been mentioned more than anybody else tonight. A redshirt freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland. Trying to make it one more. Kick is on its way. Kick is up. And again, it's good. 35-0 our score.
Those extra points look so easy when you're ahead 35-0. If they could only had one from last week.
Another quick drive, quick strike again, short field because of the turnover. 5 plays, 24 yards, 59 seconds off the clock. And LSU clobbering Southern University, 188 yards, total offense to 10 for the Jaguars. The Tigers, 124 on the ground, 64 through the air. We mentioned Keishan Booty already tonight with 3 catches, 29 yards. Also with a run on the reverse, 1 carry for 41 yards. To say Booty's being involved in this offense would be an understatement at this point, still in the first quarter.
And Neighbors somewhat made up for his muff punts with a nice catch for the touchdown also. So everybody is kind of making up for mistakes they made a week ago.
Ramos again tees it up at the 35. Here's the approach and the kick. Again, line drive, but plenty of deep. And it's in the back of the end zone for a touchback once again. First down at 10 at the 25, where the Jaguars will start over. Fan Super One Foods has super low prices on all your game day favorites. So up your grocery game and score big with Super One Foods. It's going to be interesting to see. Again, the first half typically in these matchups when it gets lopsided, you don't really take your foot off the gas. Maybe late in the second quarter, possibly, certainly in the second half if this trend continues. But right now, Southern's just trying to keep their head above water. First down and 10 at the 25. The shotgun snap to McCray. Here's a handoff with a little bit of room across the 30 is going to be Rhymes. Voorhees hit a second time and dropped at the 35-yard line. Nice little run on first down to get him some breathing room. Greg Penn was there to make a tackle after a 9-yard gain, along with help defensively from Greg Brooks. Under 4.5 to go, first quarter. 9-yard gain. It'll be second down and 1. Just shy of the 35-yard line. Motion to receiver out of the slot, right to left. Again, they'll go on the ground. They'll pick up the first down after a gain of 3. Gerard Sims back in. Junior running back picks up the first down, their first of the night.
Chris, interesting substitution for LSU. Harold Perkins Jr. has come in at that jack linebacker position for Desmond Little, is, of course, starting for B.J. Ojulari. Perkins, a 5-star linebacker out of Texas, has really impressed this coaching staff during fall camp.
He did, and he worked a lot on that position this week. Here's the snap. Handoff again right up the middle. This time it'll be Sims again. Not much doing. Some positive yards, maybe. What, a yard on the play. That's it. It'll be second down and 9. 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Again, if you're the Southern Jaguars right now, and I know they run the hurry-up tempo from start to finish, you're just trying to keep the LSU offense on the sideline at this point. Try to settle things down, get your bearings. Second down and 9 for the Jags. Snap back to McCray. Pocket gets tight, and he'll go down. Tigers get to him, sacking back around the 32-yard line. Savion Jones with his first sack of the season. That sack brought to you by Train. It's hard to stop the Tigers, and it's hard to stop a train. We've seen some time from McCray in the pocket. Again, he's not been able to get going in the passing game at that time. No pocket really to speak of. Savion Jones was in there to bring him down quickly. Loss of 6. It'll be 3rd and 15 now with 2:39 in the first quarter remaining.
It's good to see Jones getting a chance to play for Ali Gay, of course, who's out for this first half. Savion Jones 2 years ago was a top player in the state of Louisiana, St. James High School. Fantastic career as an edge rusher, and we saw that speed right there.
3rd and long, 5 wide, empty set. McCray takes the snap, sets up the screen near side, going nowhere. Making the grab is Whitfield. He picks up 2 yards, back to the 35, but that is all. It will be 4th and long. And again, we will see Robins Beauplan come out to punt it away, his 3rd of the night. Averaging 49.5 yards per punt. He's been the bright spot for this Jaguar team so far. Again, we'll see Gregory Clayton Jr., Fletcher High School product, journeyman in college, and comes back home after playing a year at UTSA. Beauplan stands at the 19 of his own. Clayton down around the 24 of the Tigers. Snap is back. Punt is blocked. Going to be bouncing down to around the 5. The Tigers try to pick it up, but it will roll out of the back of the end zone for a safety. Tigers came after the punt, able to block it down. Francione was giving chase, trying to scoop it up before it got out of the back of the end zone, unable to do so, but again, the Tigers, again on special teams, another huge play, their first block punt of the season.
Only on the field is a safety.
So they confirm a safety. And that will make it 37-0. Looked like Baskerville in there to block that punt. He's had a well of a game so far. And Gordy mentioned it, Doug, last year, especially towards the back end of that disappointing season, Baskerville was really one of the bright spots defensively. Coach Kelly said during the preseason camp, we're going to find a place for him to be on the field. Again, a linebacker for the Tigers. And in this game, he's got the pick 6, now a block punt.
So he's one of those playmakers that makes big plays. It's not that just he might make a nice tackle here and there. He makes interceptions. He recovers fumbles. If he had been closer to that ball, he would have corralled it and scored a touchdown out of it rather than ending up with only a safety.
Again, it was Evan Francione who was trying to scoop it up down around the 3. Couldn't get his hands and corral it. So now they'll get the free kick after the safety to make it 37-0. Still 1 minute, 31 seconds remains in the first quarter of play here at Tiger Stadium. And it's been all LSU in this first ever meeting. 37 points here in the first quarter and not quite finished yet. We're told is the most points ever scored in the first quarter of action in any quarter for that matter, not just the first quarter. On 2 occasions earlier, 35 points scored by the Tigers in a quarter. But history made with 37 points thus far in the first stanza. And we're not quite done yet. Still 91 seconds before we move to the second quarter. Again, fans, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold, fights for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be the official injury lawyers of LSU Athletics. So we expect to see, I believe, nope, they'll tee it up. It's going to be, let's see who they have.
It's interesting. LSU's going to make a sub, and Jalen Nicholas is a speedster out of St. Augustine High School. Was in competition in the punt return game. Plays a slot receiver. If he gets his hands on it, Chris, he's got some speed. 4'4" guy. He can go.
Joshua Griffin is going to tee it up at the 20-yard line for the Jags on this free kick upcoming. And as Gordy mentioned, Javen Nicholas out of New Orleans back deep. Here's the kick. Gets a boot into it. Nicholas settles under it. He'll field it at about the 16 near the hash. Near side, trying to get through a lane, eventually stopped just shy of the 35-yard line. He was about a half step away from getting through that wall. But LSU again will take over, first down and 10, right at their own 35-yard line with 1:24 remaining in the first quarter of action. So the Tigers offense back out on the field where they've spent the majority of this game. Daniels will send 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left side. Keishawn Booty looking for Booty. He's got it at the 40. On the hitch, he will get free and up to about the 44. He'll stop him at the 43 where they'll spot the football. Benny McCray there to make the tackle for the Jags on a gain of 8 yards as Keishawn Booty makes his 5th catch of the night.
Chris, a little rotation at offensive line is a Shorts and Wire in on that right side, replacing Frazier and Bradford.
Daniels calls for the snap. Pressure, hit, and drop. Jags going to pick up the sack. They knock down Daniels back to the 35-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. Joshua Donald, the backup defensive tackle from Durham, North Carolina. And the Tigers will lose 8 yards on the play. So now 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. The first really miscue, if you'll say it, or big play defensively made by the Jags tonight. Depends on which lens you're looking through. Williams in motion at the snap. Daniels, time in the pocket, looks right, looks left, now steps up, throws, has a catch made near midfield. It's Malik Neighbors. He's into Jag territory, fighting for extra yards, makes it to the Jag 49-yard line. Gain of 16 and a first down for the Fighting Tigers. That may be the final play of the first quarter as the final 3 seconds roll off the clock. And indeed, the first quarter comes to an end, but not before LSU scores the most points in a quarter ever. 37-0, they lead Southern as we head to the second quarter when we come back right here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons For You in our mobile app where you can shop for groceries and save weekly with digital coupons all in one place. With Albertsons For You, you can earn rewards points every time you shop and redeem them for free groceries. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to sign up. Albertsons, fresh food, local flavors.
Hello, how can I help you?
I'm looking for your new Fast Play games, but really, how fast are they?
How fast do you say? Faster than a... Even faster than...
Whoa! Hey, that's fast.
Introducing new Fast Play games from the lottery. Get in between for $1. Rev up with $2 Super 7s. Bet on Black Cherry Bingo. Get the winning score with $5 Saints. And finally, it's a party with $10 Cash Extravaganza. Win up to $50,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. The time is right, the party's just begun. Have a good time, strong.
Ford F-Series has been keeping the good times rolling as the best-selling truck in America 44 years straight. And with the smartest F-150 and most capable Super Duty ever built, this dynasty will keep right on rolling. Drive the new 2021 F-150 at your Southern Quality Ford dealer, proud partner of the LSU Tigers. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year sales.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Second quarter action, presented by Dudley DeBosier, continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
One quarter in the books here at Tiger Stadium. Home opener for your Fighting Tigers, and, well, they wasted little time. 37-0. They lead after one quarter of action again. Most points scored in any quarter by an LSU football team in history. They scored 35 in a quarter on 2 occasions, against Rice in 1977 and against Tulane way back in 1958. Now that sensational 2019, well, they scored 28 in a quarter twice. But this 2022 squad just now set a new school record with 37 points in the first quarter of action. Taking a look at the overall first quarter stats presented by Hancock Whitney, the Tigers already 204 yards total offense, just 19 for the Jags. The Tigers pretty balanced, 88 yards through the air, 116 on the ground. Jaden Daniels, 8 of 9 passing for those 88 yards. He's thrown 2 scores. On the ground, Armani Goodwin, 3 carries, 47 yards. Kayshon Boutte involved in the run game. He had a big carry for 41 yards. Daniels scampered on 3 occasions for 18 yards and a score. And Josh Williams with his first touchdown of the season, 3 carries, 10 yards, scored from 5 yards out. Jaguars have struggled offensively tonight. LSU with the football now, working left to right on your dial. First down and 10 at the Jag 49-yard line. Empty set here for Daniels. Comes out firing far side. Boutte has it at the 46, steps out of bounds at the 44-yard line with a quick pitch and catch. A gain of 5 yards. Sets up second down and 5 for the Tigers. Just underway here in the second quarter. Boutte again, 6 catches so far on the night. Have Neighbors in the slot along with Brian Thomas out wide to the right. Boutte, the lone receiver to the left side. Taylor in at tight end. Daniel pump fake in the pocket, has time. Airs it out, waiting for it. Caught at the 10-yard line, going in towards the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Brian Thomas Jr. with the catch and the score. 44-yard strike. Daniels with the pump fake, then let it go. Thomas had his men beat, had to wait on it, and then eventually found his way into the right corner of the end zone to make it 43-0 LSU.
Daniels made a nice move there, making the fake on the short pass, and that opened up Thomas completely down the deep sideline. And then he just laid the ball out there, let Thomas go get it, rather than trying to make a perfect pass. And Thomas got into the end zone after the reception.
We see Damian Ramos again early here in the second quarter. Point after kick is good. That'll make it 44-0. So the Tigers here in the second quarter, again, waste little time. Basically, took the first snap from the 49. Got a quick pass out to Boutte, and then 44 yards. They go 5 plays, 65 yards, 2 minutes and 4 seconds, spanning the end of the first quarter and the opening of the second quarter. And lead now 44-0. Gordy, we mentioned it earlier, another Sunshine sideline report. We talked how Jaden Daniels, more recognition, a little more patience in that fourth quarter, albeit they ran tempo. But tonight, even when he scrambled, he has taken more time to at least scan the field before making the decision to run.
I kind of wish this was the first game, right? You get that Florida State game second, but it wasn't the case. Much more comfortable in the offense right there. And he's seen the field. He saw that he had man coverage, did a wonderful job of baiting the cornerback on that quick hitch route on the hitch and going. Thomas was able to get down the field and get some separation. Number 5 has been fantastic tonight.
Another ensuing kickoff fielded at the 4-yard line, far side for the Jags. A little bit of room up across the 20, the 25, and eventually Morgan Braylon gets stopped just across his own 30. Braylon Morgan, gets stopped at the 31-yard line. That's where the Jags take over on offense. Once again, the Tigers so far tonight, 5 involved in catching the football. Boutte, as we mentioned, 5 catches, 42 yards. Neighbors, 21 yards on 2 receptions and a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr. with a 44-yard touchdown reception. Jack Besh with a touchdown from 17 yards out. And Mason Taylor with a catch for 13 yards. First down and 10, marked at the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap and the handoff. A little delay on the handoff, but eventually Gerard Sims makes his way to the 34. Maybe a gain of 2. That's about all. Again, things slow going for the Jags offensively. Just 21 yards total offense now. 11 yards on the ground and 10 yards through the air. Give them a total of 25. I stand corrected. 2nd down and 9. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Again, Sims gets the handoff up the middle across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That'll give them 2 more yards closer to the first down sticks. It'll be third down and 7. Harold Perkins there to make that stop against the run. Southern 0 for 4 on 3rd down so far tonight. 3rd down and 6. Shotgun for McCray. Sims on a wing to his left. Motion 1 receiver left to right. He'll get the snap. Tries to throw, and it's batted down at the line, incomplete. Ball lands on the grass at about the 38-yard line. That's going to set up 4th down and 6. And the offense taking a little bit of time here. And eventually they decide they'll bring on the punt unit. And that's pretty much been the story tonight offensively for Southern University. 3 and out. Savion Jones with the deflection at the line of scrimmage to knock down that pass. 6 drives on the night, 4 punts for the Jaguars. Of course, had the fumble on the opening kickoff and the pick 6 by Micah Baskerville. So with 13:07 to play in the first half, we'll see Robin's bow plan again. Stands at the 21, takes a low snap, lets the punt fly high into the air. Coming up, calling for the fair catch again is Clayton, and Clayton hauls it in. Another good punt by Beauplan. A 38-yard punt. And again, the Tigers have the football, 1st down and 10 at about their 25-yard line. Timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. LSU leading big, 44-0 over Southern here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See Popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. As owner of Mint Mobile, I'm proud to offer premium wireless for just $15 a month. And I'm proud that we have thousands of 5-star reviews from customers like Dan D. in New York, who writes, I am satisfied customer. How can this only be $15? He wrote it in all caps. I needed you to feel it like he feels it. I hope I did that justice, Dan. And I hope that you try Mint too at mintmobile.com/Odyssey.
New activation and upfront payment for 3-month plan required. Taxes and fees extra. Additional restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for full terms.
Football is back. The baseball playoff race is heating up and your favorite artists are touring. Now you can get up to half off events like these when you buy last-minute tickets with Game Time. Game Time is the hottest new ticketing app that guarantees the lowest price on tickets to all your favorite sports, concerts, and shows. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and redeem code TheGame20. That's code TheGame20 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
This is WWL. Second quarter action, presented by Dudley DeVosier, continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU leads Southern 44-0, 12:56 remaining in the second quarter. Gordy Rush with another Sunshine Sideline report. Guys, that's going to be a night for Jaden Daniels as Garrett Nussmeier is set to get back on the field. The 6'2", 196-pound redshirt freshman from Marcus High School is going to see his first action here. And remember, when we saw him last, I believe it was against Arkansas. He started that game against Arkansas. I don't think some Tiger fans remember they elected not to play him in the Texas Bowl against Kansas State, so he was able to keep that red shirt here. So number 13 now under center for the Tigers.
Thank you, Gordy. That'll be first down at 10 at the 25 for LSU, leading 44-0 here over Southern. We'll see Garrett Nussmeier, again the redshirt freshman, 4 games of action last season, 28 of 57 on the year, 328 passing yards, threw for 2 scores, did have 2 interceptions. But he will make his 2022 debut on first down and 10. Takes the shotgun snap, comes out firing, and in the hands, but jostled loose Cole Taylor had it at about the 30. But a nice hit coming in by the Jags to break it up. It's incomplete, sets up 2nd down and 10. Credit Kristen Davis out of Mobile. Put a shot on Cole Taylor to separate player from football. 2nd down, 10 at the 25. Send out 2 receivers to the Tigers to the left. 1 receiver in Kyron Lacey to the right side. Good one in the backfield along with Nussmeier. Armani will get the handoff. He'll go between left guard and tackle and pick up maybe a couple of yards. Maybe, let's see, waiting for the spot. Looks like 3 yards. 3rd down and 7 upcoming for LSU. The Tigers are 3 for 3 on 3rd downs. They haven't had to convert a lot. So we'll see what Nussmeier and company offer here. Ball at the 28-yard line of their own. 2 receivers left, 2 stacked to the right side. Jags coming after him. They'll toss it out to Taylor. Taylor catches it at the 30, but going to be well shy of the 1st down at the 31-yard line. It's going to be 3 yards on the gain. Corian Harris from New Orleans made the tackle for the Jags, and that will bring out the punt unit for LSU for the first time tonight. On 4th and 4, we'll see Jay Bramblett. Bramblett last week, a 43-yard average. Had a punt of 56 yards, but then shanked one later in the game. Came away with just a 43-yard average. In his career long last season playing for Notre Dame, 72 yards against Wisconsin. Snap is back. He'll let it fly from the 20-yard line. High in the air. Fair catch called for. Backpedaling and hauling it in at the 21 is Chandler Whitfield. And a 47-yard punt. And the Jaguars with no return on the fair catch will take over 1st down and 10 at the 22-yard line of their very own. Still a lifetime left here in the first half. 11 minutes, 30 seconds. And LSU up 44-0. But, Doug, you got to find those small victories if you're Coach Eric Dooley, and you got your first stop of the night against LSU that has just been a juggernaut from the word go.
Well, they forced LSU to put in another quarterback. How's that? Now, if Nussmeier had come away with a fake, and he may do it, fake out in the flat and downfield, throw the ball deep, that's the kind of play that he wants to have in his first action.
Deshaun McCray on 1st down on the quarterback keeper around the right side, picks up 4 yards before Desmond Little meets him there and brings him down for the tackle. 2nd down and 6. All up to the 26-yard line of the Jags. Approaching 11 minutes remaining here in the 2nd quarter. McCray back in the shotgun, single back to his right, trip receivers to the left. Now they'll motion one out of the slot. 2 receivers now to each side at the snap of the football. McCray steps up in the pocket, decides to tuck and run far side, gets to the 35, and steps out of bounds unscathed, and they pick up 9 yards and a 1st down for the Jaguars. So McCray picking up the 1st down. He's a sophomore out of Orlando, Florida. Again, only saw a quarter of action last week in that blowout. He went 7 of 12 passing for 79 yards, 2 passing touchdowns.
He made a good decision on that play to pick up the 1st down and maintain possession for the Jags.
10-18, clock moving, 2nd quarter. McCray again out of the shotgun exclusively tonight. Takes the snap. The handoff going to be handed off to Rhymes. Rhymes again trying to stretch it right side. Tigers with good pursuit, able to wrap him up as he makes it to about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, sets up 2nd down and 7. Under 10 we roll here in the 2nd quarter.
Chris, keeping an eye to see if Eric Dooley's going to, I guess, take his foot off the gas with his tempo offense. They snap the ball majority of the time with 20-plus seconds left on the clock. It'd be wise to let some of this clock run and rest your defense a little bit, keep the points off the board.
Play clock down to 10. He'll take the snap and again hand it off to Rhymes, and Rhymes not much doing again on that right flat, trying to extend the play. No gain on the play. Going to set up 3rd down. They give him maybe a half yard. That's about all. Still going to be a 3rd down and a long 6, short 7, if you will.
3rd down, 6 at the 39-yard line.
Again, the Jags 0 for 5 on 3rd downs tonight. Taking a little more time to play clock down to 14. McCray calls for the snap. Has it belt high. Steps back in the pocket. Pressure comes. Flushes him out. Now he's running near side. 40, 45 up near midfield. Stopped at about the 49-yard line, but McCray has enough on the scramble to pick up 10 yards and move the chains. The Jaguars with their first third down conversion of the night keeps the drive alive. It'll be first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. They've now approached the half-century mark. Total offense, 50 yards for the Jags here so far in the first half after that 10-yard run by McCray. Motion to receiver. He'll join McCray in the backfield. They'll hand it off to the first back, and it's going to be Sims. Sims powers his way into LSU territory down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 4 on the carry. Tigers make some substitutions. Again, Harold Perkins checks in. He'll be in that jack position just off the right edge of the defensive line. Jags will send out trip receivers to the right, one lone receiver near side. Second down and 6. Ball at the 47-yard line of the Tigers. McCray hands it off. Again, Sims stays upright, goes through a couple of defenders inside the 40, the 35, and gets down to the Tiger 31-yard line, a gain of 16 yards. Again, the Tigers having trouble wrapping up. They made contact, but could not bring him down. Sims, 6 feet, 195 pounds, but very elusive on that last run. Pick up another first down for the Jags. 1st and 10 now at the LSU 31. So the best drive of the night coming for the Jaguars here. With 7:18 to go in the first half. Another handoff. Left side with it is Sims. Spins off a tackler, falls forward to the 26. Gain of 5 on the carry. 9th play of this drive upcoming here. Kobe Richardson a little slow to get up. Now he's up on his own power, and the official is going to call for a timeout, have the trainers at least come look at him. He'll check out for a play, and we'll step aside for a timeout as well. 44-0. LSU leads Southern here at Tiger Stadium. Back for more second quarter action after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of LSU Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
No matter which road you take, the Toyota Tundra is the perfect way to navigate it. You may find yourself in some pretty remote places.
That view is amazing.
Or in places where pastimes become stories that become legends.
I got one. It's a keeper.
And each day ends watching a star-filled sky.
Whoa.
Built to follow your path, the Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Visit your local Toyota dealer to check out the Toyota Tundra. How Tigers go tailgate. Toyota, proud partner of LSU Athletics. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Second quarter action, presented by Dudley DeVosier, continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
6:57 remains. Second quarter action from Tiger Stadium. Home opener for your Fighting Tigers. And so far, so good. 44-0. They lead over the Southern Jaguars. The Jaguars, though, putting together a little bit of a drive here for the first time tonight. With the ball looking at second down 5. Now from the LSU 26-yard line.
And you got to give them credit, Chris, really do, to be that far behind so early in the game, and yet to go ahead and make some positive plays. Runners are running hard. The quarterback is finding open spots to get downfield. Every now and then he has a pass completed. So a lot of good things that Southern looks at and says, well, you know, there were positive things that came out of that halftime for us.
Next week, Southern will travel to Houston to take on Texas Southern. Of course, LSU will be back at home, opening SEC play against Mississippi State, kicking off at 5 o'clock. Second down and 5 at the Tiger 26. McCray, the swing pass, double pass. They throw downfield, and it's out of reach, incomplete down around the 5-yard line. So trying to pull the trickery here, and just could not work. Execution just a bit off. LSU did not seem to be that fooled, although the pressure on the throw downfield was there for the Tigers, but ends up incomplete. Third down and 5. They were trying to hit Whitfield down near the 5-yard line. Unable to do so. It was Rudy Dyson who got the initial swing pass and then tried to toss downfield on the double pass. Sets up 3rd and 5 again at the 26-yard line. Coach Dooley calls the plays for this Jag offense. We'll see what he dials up here after converting their first 3rd down on this drive. Throw towards the end zone and almost picked off. Incomplete down around the 7-yard line. Trying to come up with it. Reggie King, the intended receiver. LSU's Mekhi Garner, the only player to get his hands on it. But it sets up 4th down and 5 at the 26. And now we see some personnel come off the sideline for the Jags. It looks like they may set up for a field goal here. Luke Jackson, last week, 10 of 10 in point afters, did not have to attempt a field goal.
Chris, I'm not sure if I've heard that stat line before. 10 of 10 of point afters.
So Jackson out of Pennsylvania, and a delay of game before they got the snap off. Play clock hit 0. The officials on top of that. So, oh,
It's their first charge timeout.
Heads up play by Eric Dooley. Saw that play clock, called for time. So they'll try to redo it, not lose any yardage here. And again, they'll try what appeared to be a 44-yard field goal from the near side hash towards the north end zone. 6:37 remains, second quarter. LSU up 44-0 here in the first ever meeting between the Jags and Tigers. Again, we mentioned it before kickoff. Place was buzzing early this morning. Crowds filing in, traffic coming into campus. Looks like a good time had by all. And right now it's been all LSU, so those fans in purple and gold celebrating more so than the Columbia blue and gold. So after the 30-second timeout, again, the crowd's still here with 6:37 remaining in the second quarter. Luke Jackson again will come out, try the 44-yarder from the near side hash. Snap is back, a little low. They get the placement, and the kick is off the mark. Wouldn't have made it, and wide left. So Jackson 0 for 1 on the year in field goal attempts, and the Tigers put away the Jags' best drive without any points tonight, and they take over. First down and 10 with 6:32 to go here in the second quarter. Looks like we got a timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. We'll return to Tiger Stadium in just a moment. LSU 44, Southern 0 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. I get this question all the time. What should I do after I'm in an accident? Well, first, you need to call the police. And second, you need to take photos of all of the vehicles that are involved. Yes, not just yours, every vehicle involved. You need to get medical care immediately to document your pain and your injuries. And lastly, you need to call C. Kelly Law if you're injured by someone else at 844-I-WIN-4GA. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA. And one thing you shouldn't do is talk to any insurance companies, not even your own. The insurance company is not your friend after you've been in an accident. For more information about what you should do after an accident, visit our website at win4ga.com. Call our team to get the real help that you need after an accident at 844-I-WIN-4GA.
This is WWL.
6:32 remaining here in the second quarter. Already 44-0. LSU all over the Southern Jags. Again, scoreboard shows the difference. Stat line shows the difference. Tigers with 259 yards total offense. Southern 75. Tigers again very balanced tonight. 140 yards through the air. 119 yards on the ground for LSU so far. We may have seen the last of Jaden Daniels, who had an excellent night in the office, so to speak. Replaced by Nussmeier on that last possession for the Tigers. But Daniels 10 of 11, 137 yards passing, 3 passing touchdowns on the ground tonight. Daniels 3 carries, 18 yards, also picked up a rushing touchdown. Nussmeier expected to come in. He'll take the reins of the offense for the second straight possession here after the missed field goal attempt of 44 yards. So LSU back out on the field offensively. First down and 10, ball at the 26-yard line. Nussmeier has Goodwin on a wing to his left. Receiver to each side. 2 tight ends in for the Tigers. Handoff to Goodwin. He's hit behind the line and may have been dropped just shy of the original line of scrimmage. Let's see, they mark him at the 24. So may have lost a yard or two. Joshua Donald again in on the stop. Donald, the backup defensive tackle, a freshman out of Durham, North Carolina, with a good tackle on Goodwin. So second down and 12 here for the Tigers. Snap back Nussmeier. Nussmeier rolling to his left, looks downfield, flips it out, but incomplete. Over the head of intended receiver Chris Hilton up around the 32-yard line. That'll set up quickly. Third down and 12 here for LSU. 5:54 remains in the second quarter of action. And Nussmeier running to his left, throwing with the right arm, but off the mark. We'll see Josh Williams now check in at running back. Williams with a touchdown earlier tonight. Trip receivers left. Kyron Lacey, lone receiver to the right side. Nussmeier in the pocket, looking downfield. Now moving to his left, trying to avoid pressure. Directing traffic, stops, plants, throws, intercepted at midfield. The Jags have it. Far sideline with it, tripped up at the 39-yard line is Corion Harris. His first interception of the season. First interception for the Jags on the year. Again, Nussmeier was trying to set up his receivers. I'm not sure they were following directions. The throw off the mark, and the only person to make a play on it was Harris.
Well, he was going to have a hard time finding any receiver open on that play. They had 3 defenders kind of surrounding the receiver, and the pass was thrown by a right-handed quarterback rolling to his left, twisting against his body. He just had no chance of completing that pass. The best thing he could have done was to just throw it in the ground and punt it away.
McCray on first down decides to again bail out of the pocket, run forward, gets down to about the 37-yard line before Savion Jones brings him down defensively. Again, the intended pass from Nussmeier was to Hilton, but as Doug pointed out, nothing but those gray jerseys in the vicinity there. And again, the throw, a little sidearm flip from Nussmeier, as Doug said, going to his left, throwing with the right hand. Threw it more towards the hash marks. Hilton was closer to the boundary. It was an easy pick for Harris. Second down and 9. This time up the middle. Sims with it. Sidesteps a man at the 21. Inside the 15. Eventually brought down at the 13-yard line of the Tigers. As Sims just simple handoff up the middle. Mekhi Garner saves the score with a tackle after a gain of 24 yards. Inside the red zone are the Jags here. Mark it at the 13. First down and 10. Southern on the attack. McCray, shotgun snap. Again to Sims. This time, nothing up the middle. He's crunched down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Harold Perkins, the first gold hat to get there. That'll set up, I believe, no gain on the play. Second down and 10. Nope, they gave him a yard of forward progress. So it'll be second down and 9, marked at the 12-yard line.
quickly, Jamar Kane, the defensive line coach, gets Roy and Wingo, the starting defensive tackles, back in the game as Southern's got into the red zone.
Sims on a wing to McCray's left. He's going to get the carry, trying to stretch it right side. Now cuts back to his left, dives with his nose for a gain of a yard, maybe to the 11. That is all. Again, LSU had it covered up. David Nicholas. Actually, it was Wes Weeks, backup linebacker, who came in, made 3 tackles on Sunday night, came in to make that stop on Sims, and now sets up 3rd down and 8 at the 11-yard line. Southern can pick up a first down around the 3 of LSU. Trying to make the most of a turnover here. Rhymes will check in as the running back now, with Sims taking a breather. McCray calls for the snap, has it, belt high, pressure comes, he's in trouble, and he's going to be dropped back and around the 13-yard line. Loss of at least 2 on the play. The sack from Jaquelin Roy, his first on the year, the junior out of Baton Rouge. Makes a statement, 2nd sack of the night for the Tigers. That sack brought to you by Train. It's hard to stop the Tigers, and it's hard to stop a train. We'll see the field goal unit come on once again. Luke Jackson with a little closer look this time. He missed from 44 yards out in the last possession. This one will be a 30-yard attempt. Hash mark far side, again kicking towards the north end zone here at Tiger Stadium. 44-0 LSU leading. Southern desperately trying to get on the board, and before they line it up, I believe we'll have a timeout.
Timeout. Southern. It's the 2nd timeout of the half. So we have 30-second timeout.
So they will call a timeout. 30-second variety to talk it over here. LSU going to do the same with 2:39 currently throwing the shutout against the Jaguars, 44-0. Southern, though, after these last 2 possessions, have reached the century mark. They reached the half-century mark in their last possession that came up empty on the missed field goal. Now they have 100 yards total offense, 90 of that on the ground here tonight, the majority of that being carried by Gerard Sims. 12 carries, 59 yards. McCray, the quarterback, with 6 carries and 16 yards. But again, it's up to Luke Jackson now, sophomore kicker out of Bensalem, Pennsylvania. 30-yard attempt, hash mark far side. Placement is down, a little better this time. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Missed this one right. His first attempt from 44 yards, he didn't get much help on the hold. That time the hold looked a little bit better, and he just missed it right. So again, the shutout continues, 44-0. LSU holds the edge. 2 best opportunities for the Jags go awry with 2:34 remaining before halftime. We'll take a timeout, return to Tiger Stadium in just a moment. LSU 44, Southern nothing on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks, or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it, running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Bridgeway Hospice is the official hospice of LSU Athletics. Bridgeway Hospice would like to thank you, South Louisiana, for allowing them to care for your loved ones. Help them celebrate 10 years of local hospice care by asking your healthcare provider for Bridgeway Hospice. They come to you in-home, assisted living, or nursing facilities. Now with 3 locations to better care for your loved ones in the greater Baton Rouge, Acadiana, and Plaquemine areas. Bridgeway Hospice says go local and go Tigers.
Second quarter action, presented by Dudley DeBosier, continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Southern Jaguars starting to show a little life here late in the second quarter, but unfortunately they cannot get special teams going. They've missed on 2 field goal tries, and they still trail 44-0 to your Fighting Tigers. 2:34 remains here in the second quarter. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Home of the New Orleans Saints and LSU Sports. 870 AM WWL New Orleans, 105.3 WWL FM and HD1 Kenner New Orleans. A radio.com sports station.
Sportsbook broadcast booth high above legendary Tigers Stadium. And what a difference a couple of days makes, Doug. Obviously the competition a little different, but LSU executing for the most part here in the first half at a much higher level than we saw on Sunday.
Well, LSU's kind of lost a little of their enthusiasm here in the second quarter, which is to be expected. 44-0 they lead, and Southern's not even able to make a field goal. So it's not like they're in any threat of losing the lead.
First down and 10. Nussmeier comes out firing. The throw off the mark, a little behind. Again, the intended receiver, Brian Thomas, up around the 25-yard line. He got his hands on it, but a little behind him. Couldn't bring it in. Incompletion sets up second down 10, again at the 20. So Nussmeier now 1 for 5 here after taking over for Jaden Daniels, who finished 10 of 11. After the Tigers went on a tear to start this game. Second down and 10 from the 20. Motion Kane out of the backfield. Here's the snap. Nussmeier with time. Throws into traffic, and it's incomplete. Luckily at the 40-yard line. Threw into double, almost triple coverage looking for Neighbors, but it's broken up. Incomplete. Sets up quickly. Third down and 10 at the 20-yard line. And Gordy Rush, we've talked about the kind of pizzazz that Nussmeier we saw a year ago. He's not afraid to try those tight windows, but so far it hasn't worked.
Yeah, a little late on that football, and he drug Neighbors all the way over to the coverage, a cornerback into the boundary, almost intercepted.
Third down and 10, calls for the snap. Nussmeier steps back, throws downfield, has a man open, caught over the shoulder at the 40-yard line. Neighbors makes a move at the 32, back to the center of the field, down to the 20-yard line before falling there. Big strike of 60 yards, Nussmeier to Neighbors, and it's first down and 10, Fighting Tigers.
Well, Neighbors just outran the coverage. He had 2 people on him. The ball was thrown deep downfield, and he used burning speed to get some separation between both of the defenders and where the ball was going to come down. Then after he made the reception, he stopped, cut back behind both of the players, picked up extra yardage before he was brought down.
3 receptions, 81 yards for Neighbors tonight. There's a Jag slow to get up. Corian Harris in on that tackle to bring Neighbors down at the 20-yard line, and he's down at about the 17. Training crew out there. They have set him up now, and now they're going to help him up, which is a great sign. But he will very slowly be helped, mostly on his own power. Now he starts to jog, which is a very good sign. It's a couple of high fives from his teammates as he will make his way to that far sideline. First down and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line for the Tigers as Nussmeier showing the strength of the arm there. Neighbors, as Doug mentioned, a great opportunity, made the most of it, made a great over-the-shoulder catch, and then just stopped on a dime at the 32. Let the defenders go ahead of him and then cut back to the middle of the field for extra yards. First down and 10 at the 20. 2 receivers left. Kyron Lacey, lone receiver to the right. Noah Kane, the single back along with Nussmeier. Shotgun snap into the flat far side. Catch made by Thomas. Stutter step at the 15. Breaks an arm tackle inside the 10. And on the numbers, he's dropped at about the 8-yard line. A gain of 12. Tigers again in the Capital One red zone. Capital One, proud supporter of LSU Athletics. What's in your wallet? The second catch of the night. Hauled in. Nussmeier now back-to-back completions. This time he'll hand it off. It'll be Noah Kane, and Kane dragging defenders inside the 5, stops shy of the 1-yard line of the Jaguars. Kane with a rushing touchdown Sunday night in that tough loss to Florida State. Transfer from Penn State. Stays back out there. Here's the snap. Nussmeier hands it off, and this time Kane just batters his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. That'll make it an even 50-0 after a gain of 2. Kane with his second rushing touchdown of the season. But after the Jaguars, beneficiary of some errant passes in the opening of this drive, Nussmeier breaks their spirit with that 60-yard completion to Neighbors. And they looked a little weary after the Tigers started working inside the Capital One red zone. That was an easy rushing touchdown for Noah Kane. Bramblett takes the snap, places it down. Ramos swings the leg. Kick is up. Kick is good. It's now 51-0 LSU. That drive, 6 plays spanning 80 yards, 1 minute and 18 seconds off the clock, and LSU extends their lead now 51-0. And Doug, we talked about it. Gordy mentioned it when Garrett came in. Certainly shows no fear, but we got a little example of the arm strength there. It was a great throw to Neighbors, who made an even spectacular catch and better move after the fact to set up another score for LSU.
He's still got to be careful about where he throws this thing, because he's going to throw some interceptions along with those completions, and you start playing teams that are pretty much your speed, and that's going to cost you a lot.
So the Tigers set up to kick it back. Coming up, we've got the Fighting Tiger halftime report, brought to you by Super One Foods. We'll check scores. Brian Haldane will have that from the Capital One studios. And then we'll spend the rest of the time trying to recap the scores in this game alone before getting you ready for the second half. The kickoff into the end zone again off the foot of Ramos. It's a touchback, first down and 10 at the 25 upcoming for the Southern Jaguars. Again, a couple of interesting games already in the books today across the SEC. We'll have a full rundown coming up in the Fighting Tiger halftime report. But currently going on in the swamp at halftime, Florida and Kentucky. No surprise in a battle. Gators lead at the half 16-13. That's a look at the college football scoreboard presented by Caesars Sportsbook. First down and 10, low snap, handoff going to Rhymes. Stretch play to the right, and he eventually turns it upfield, but only gaining a yard. Second down and 9 before being forced out of bounds. Again, the Tigers' speed on the corners. Southern just unable to overcome it and turn that corner. They've had more success, Doug, obviously running between the tackles than out on the edge. An even minute to go before halftime here. And coming up before we crank up the Fighting Tiger halftime report, Gordy Rush will have a visit with head coach Brian Kelly. Second down and 9. This time McCray going to keep. He finds some room off the left edge. Now he'll slide down at the 30, get to about the 32-yard line, maybe the 31, a gain of 4 on that quarterback carry. Clock rolls, 45 seconds remains in the second quarter of action. Southern now taking a lot more time. Gordy alluded to it midway through the second quarter. Typically, they like to go fast, but they've slowed it down slightly here. Play clock down to 14 as they line it up. Third down and 5. Ball at the 30-yard line of their own. Handoff Rhymes. He'll go up the middle. Almost lost the football, but recaptures it as he falls down at the 37 and picks up the first down for the Jags. Savion Jones there to make the stop. 7-yard gain. It'll be first down and 10. Ball now at the 37-yard line. Under 10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They're in no hurry to get a snap off. Down to 4 on the game clock. In the shotgun with 2, with 1. They're ready to call it a half, and that will be the end of the first half of action here at Tiger Stadium in the first ever meeting between LSU and Southern. It's been all Fighting Tigers. They lead 51-0 going into the halftime locker room. Coming up, we'll crank up the Fighting Tiger post or halftime report. But before doing that, we will send it down on the field before Coach Kelly joins his Tigers in the locker room to get a word with the LSU head coach. That's the coach's halftime interview presented by Capital One Bank. Capital One, proud supporter of LSU athletics. What's in your wallet? TV going first with Coach Kelly. Gordy Rush will finish up after they do their duties. As the Golden Band from Tigerland getting ready to take the field along with the Human Jukebox. Should be one heck of a halftime show upcoming for those in attendance here at Tiger Stadium. And LSU dominated from the word jump. Southern, not a good start, bad omen. Fumbled the opening kickoff. LSU would quickly score and never look back before placing 51 points up on the board before the end of the second quarter. Let's go down to Gordy Rush with Coach Kelly.
Coach, outstanding first half. I'm not sure you could have scripted much better.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly, a team that wanted to execute better. The mantra all week was to get off to a good start. We certainly did that. Got 7 going right away. That was important. I thought Daniels did a good job managing the tempo. Good start.
All right, best of luck in the second half. Chris.
Thank you, Gordy. Thank you, Coach. We're at halftime here at Tiger Stadium. We're all going to enjoy a great halftime show coming up. For those of you tuned in, up next, we crank up the Fighting Tiger halftime report presented by Super One Foods with scores, highlights, and analysis leading you up to the second half of action. After one half of football, LSU 51, Southern nothing on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
What's the best way to accomplish a common goal? Teamwork. When a team works together, they can do anything with the right leadership. That's why all of us at Janny King, the king of clean, are excited for this season. At Janny King, our team has been working together for over 35 years, cleaning your offices, schools, buildings, churches, and even this campus and stadium. Let our team help your team. Go to JannyKingCleans.com and trust your clean to the king. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
With a plan from People's Health, you get the benefit of a complimentary health club membership. But that's not all. They now offer 65% more fitness centers with gyms you can visit nationwide while traveling, and the flexibility of joining multiple gyms to fit your lifestyle. There's even online programs to help you stay active in the comfort of your own home. To learn more about this expanded benefit, give People's Health a call, 1-855-821-2666, or visit peopleshealth.com.
Welcome to the Fighting Tiger Halftime Report, presented by Super One Foods on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Super One Foods has you covered on game day and every day with super low prices and curbside pickup. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods. With a quick look at scores from the Capital One Studios, here is Brian Haldane.
Welcome into the Capital One Studios. Time for a Caesars Sportsbook scoreboard update. Let's start off with the top 25. Heck of a battle by Texas. They led with 1:29 to go today, but the number 1 ranked Crimson Tide, the Tide rolled from there. Number 1 Alabama pulls off the 20-19 win in Austin. Stetson Bennett starts off the season with back-to-back 300-yard games, 300 on the nose this time. Number 2 Georgia rolls over Samford 33-0. Third ranked Ohio State had no problem with Arkansas State, 45-12, your final score there. Michigan and Hawaii, number 4 ranked Michigan and Hawaii, were supposed to start at 7. They actually started off in a delay, so we have no score on that one just yet. Number 5, Clemson took care of Furman, 35-12. We had number 6, Texas A&M, not so fortunate. They fall 17-14 to Appalachian State. Not the only top 10 team to go down tonight. More on that in just a second. Number 7, Oklahoma is hosting Kent State right now with 5:31 to go in the third. It is 24-3 Sooners over the Golden Flashes. Now, for the other top 10 team to fall, Marshall took care of the number 8th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 26-21, your final score. Late night for the 9th ranked Baylor Bears. They will kick off at BYU at 9:15 tonight. Number 10, USC is at Stanford. 51 seconds to go in the first half. The Trojans have a 35-14 lead over the Cardinal. Number 11, Oklahoma State is hosting Arizona State. 17-3 at halftime right there. Oklahoma State Cowboys with the lead. As Chris said a little while ago, 12 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third quarter, and it is a battle in the swamp. Florida Gators, 12th-ranked Florida Gators, a 16-13 lead over the 20th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. Utah versus Southern Utah, looking very similar to our game, 73-7. Utes your final. Speaking of blowouts, number 14 Michigan State pummeled Akron 52-0. The U put up a 32-7 win over Southern Miss. Number 16 Arkansas with 2 touchdowns better than South Carolina, 44-30 your final score there. 24th-ranked Tennessee upsets 17th-ranked Pitt, 34-27 in overtime. Number 18 NC State rolled over Charleston Southern 55-3. Unranked Washington State Badgers Wisconsin 17-14 your final. Number 22 Ole Miss has a 31-0 halftime lead over Central Arkansas. Wake Forest wakes up Vandy from their slumber. The Commodore win streak stops at 2, 45-25 Demon Deacons. Texas Tech needed overtime but outlasted number 25 Houston 33-30. For some in-state scores right now into the third quarter, the Tulane Green Wave have a 38-0 lead over Alcorn. ULL Ragin' Cajuns, they're in a delay as well. They're in the second quarter, and the Eastern Michigan Eagles have a 7-0 lead over the Cajuns. Nicholls State is at UL Monroe. They are tied at 7 with 11:10 to go in the second quarter. La Tech is hosting Stephen F. Austin, 38-7 Bulldogs, 12:28 to go in the third quarter of that one. The Southeastern Lions are on the road tonight. Halftime at Florida Atlantic. Lions are trailing 28-3 right there. Looking at a couple of the other scores within the Southland Conference, Northwestern State is actually at Grambling, so that's not just Southland Conference. Grambling's up 47-14 with 6:51 to go in the third, and McNeese is on the road tonight. They're at Rice, and they're trailing 31-0 with the second half just got started. Once again, your score over in Tiger Stadium, LSU 51, Southern 0. That was your scoreboard update presented for the people by Caesars Sportsbook. Your halftime show continues next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. I get this question all the time. What should I do after I'm in an accident? Well, first, you need to call the police. And second, you need to take photos of all of the vehicles that are involved. Yes, not just yours, every vehicle involved. You need to get medical care immediately to document your pain and your injuries. And lastly, you need to call C. Kelly Law if you're injured by someone else at 844-I-WIN-4GA. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA. And one thing you shouldn't do is talk to any insurance companies, not even your own. The insurance company is not your friend after you've been in an accident. For more information about what you should do after an accident, visit our website at win4ga.com. Call our team to get the real help that you need after an accident at 844-I-WIN-4GA.
Is WWL. We continue on the Fighting Tiger Halftime Report. Presented by Super One Foods on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. LSU leading Southern University's 51-0 at halftime, and pretty dominating performance by LSU. This is pretty much what Southern did last week in their game, where they won 86-0. This time they're on the wrong end of it. And we'll see what happens when the second half gets here, as we expect some LSU youngsters who haven't played a lot will get some good playing time. Meanwhile, though, have a great opportunity for a guest who's been a guest several times on this spot, John Veluzzo of Veluzzo Companies. John, there are a lot of things we can talk about, but one of the most important is people don't know the history a little bit, and then take just a few seconds to give a history of your family and how Veluzzo Company got involved, and then we'll relate that to the LSU Southern.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, Doug. Well, my grandfather actually moved down here in 1961. So he was the first McDonald's operator. Actually had a restaurant right on the edge of LSU campus and one on Plank Road. So from there, we've been lucky to grow. We've supported LSU the entire time we've been here as a premier institution. And, we've been lucky. We've been blessed. We've been able to grow. And Baton Rouge is still our home. It's our heartbeat. And it's where our heart is.
Now, you are spread out how far geographically?
Geographically, we cover from North Alabama down through Luling, Louisiana. So we cover a pretty good swath from just east of Huntsville down to Luling.
And how much do you plan on growing from where you are right now? That's not for you to do anymore, is it?
No, sir. I'm very blessed to have two sons in the business who really do a nice job. They take care of a lot of parts of what we do. And I actually have one that lives in Alabama, so that's made it very easy. But, we'll take whatever opportunity comes to us, and we love what we do, and we're going to continue to do so.
Now, let's take a look at the LSU and Southern, that component, because you're very good corporate citizens for both of those universities.
Yes, sir. And we've done a lot with both universities over time. LSU, obviously, we go back to the mid-'60s. And with Southern, we started probably in 2005 supporting them, everything from the athletic department to the band. So we've had a great history with both universities. They're both very strong in the community. They both have a very, very strong fan base. Very unique, but very, very dedicated. As we saw today, I don't know if I've ever seen crowds as big in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as I did today. And it was really impressive. And gosh, did it feel good, and do we need that?
Well, you're a great citizen for both of those universities, and to bring them together and to participate as much as you have in your company, it's a great thing for the state of Louisiana, and we feel fortunate that Baton Rouge is right in the middle of it.
Well, thank you very much. We are, again, we're lucky. We're in the right place at the right time, and we try to do the right thing.
Okay, you do it. And thank you so much for spending some time with us. Good luck in the second half. John Veluzzo from Veluzzo Companies. I'll be back with more halftime after this break on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Football is back. The baseball playoff race is heating up, and your favorite artists are touring. Now you can get up to half off events like these when you buy last-minute tickets with Game Time. Game Time is the hottest new ticketing app that guarantees the lowest price on tickets to all your favorite sports, concerts, and shows. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and redeem code TheGame20. That's code TheGame20 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. As owner of Mint Mobile, I couldn't wait to make my first commercial for Odyssey listeners. I thought, I'll tell them to go to mintmobile.com/Odyssey to get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Then I thought, they'll never believe the owner bragging, so I'll bring on a real Mint customer who knows it's premium wireless for just $15 a month. Then I thought, how will they know it's not just me acting as a customer? Then I thought, what if they don't think I'm a good enough actor to play a customer? Then I cried and went to bed. The end.
New activation and upfront payment for 3-month plan required. Taxes and fees extra. Additional restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for full terms.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece. And let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See Popeyes.com/offer-terms.
This is WWL. We return with more on the Fighting Tiger Halftime Report. Presented by Super One Foods on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
That's the second quarter. That's it.
There's first quarter. Now, this is just first quarter.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. LSU and Southern bands out on the field entertaining the crowd from tonight's ball game, and it was a huge crowd that populated the LSU campus, and as a matter of fact, all of Baton Rouge during the course of today. Let's take a look at the highlights from the first half, the scoring highlights. At the 13:25 mark, LSU with an 18-yard rush by Daniels for the first score.
It'll be third down and about 7 here for the Tigers. Again, opening drive similar to last Sunday inside the red zone. But on Sunday against the Noles, they had to settle for the 36-yard field goal after the errant snap. Here's Daniels on 3rd and 7. Steps up in the pocket. Now decides to tuck and run up the middle of the field. Cuts into the numbers to the 10, 5. He dives in, right pylon. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers.
That made the score 7-0, and at 11:46, still in the first quarter, Josh Williams with a 5-yard rush for the touchdown. 62 yards on the drive, a minute and 13 seconds to make it 14-0 LSU.
Shotgun snap, Daniels gives it to Williams. Stutter steps now straight ahead to the goal line. Leans in. He's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers.
And LSU decided to continue doing the same thing. 7:07 remaining. Micah Baskerville with a 29-yard interception return for a touchdown. 9 seconds, making the score 21-0.
Nothing. Bashawn McCray, the starting quarterback, only played a quarter of action as they led by 42. Here's a tip on a pass attempt on first down. Intercepted by Baskerville down the far sideline. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers.
Still in the first at the 4:44 mark, Malik Neighbors, 5-yard pass from Daniels. That made it 35-0.
Daniels again working with Goodwin to the left side in the shotgun formation. Gets the pad or gets the snap, throws, and right at the goal line, Malik Neighbors has it. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers.
Still in the first quarter, 1:31 remaining. A 2-point safety to make it 37-0. Moving into the second quarter at the 14:20 mark, Thomas with a 44-yard pass reception from Daniels.
Booty, the lone receiver to the left side. Taylor in at tight end. Daniel pump fake in the pocket, has time. Airs it out, waiting for it. Caught at the 10-yard line, going in towards the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Brian Thomas Jr. with the catch and the score.
And still in the second quarter, 1:06 remaining. Noah Kane with a 2-yard rush for the score for the touchdown.
Here's the snap. Nussmeier hands it off, and this time Kane just batters his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. That'll make it an even 50-0 after a gain of 2. Kane with his second rushing touchdown of the season.
And I will be back with statistics from the first half after this break on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU fans, your first bet with Caesars Sportsbook is on us, up to $1,250. Download the app using promo code LSUFull and then place your first bet. If you win, congrats. But if not, you'll get your wager back as a free bet. Open to new users in Louisiana who are 21 or older. Not available in prohibited parishes. Licensed through Horseshoe Bossier City and Harrah's New Orleans. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned is credit. Must use within 14 days. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-770-STOP. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of LSU.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of LSU Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons For You in our mobile app, where you can shop for groceries and save weekly with digital coupons all in one place. With Albertsons For You, you can earn rewards points every time you shop and redeem them for free groceries. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to sign up. Albertsons, fresh food, local flavors.
Southern University is going to kick off to start the second half. 51-0. LSU leads. The Tigers will receive on the south end, moving to the north. Southern be kicking left to right as we look down on the field. And here to give you the play-by-play, the voice of the Tigers, Chris Blair.
Thank you, Doug. Here's the approach and the kick. It's on its way. Griffin boots it down into the end zone about 4 yards deep. And after thinking about it, Javen Nicholas eventually takes a step or two, but takes a knee for the touchback to make it first down and 10 at the 25. Exhilarating halftime show as advertised. Again, the Human Jukebox, Southern University Band, and the Golden Band from Tigerland. Each putting on their best at the half and had everybody on their feet. In fact, I walked out of our booth to go down to press row. There was nobody here. They were all outside watching the halftime show. First down and 10. Ball at the 25-yard line. Third quarter action. Nussmeier to start the second half, and the shotgun snaps a handoff to Goodwin, and he is gobbled up behind the line. A loss of nearly 5 by Kelby Gibbons. Gibbons, nobody touched him. The freshman out of Shreveport comes straight for Goodwin and got him right at the mesh. Brings him down quickly. They'll say a loss of 4. It'll be second down and 14 back at the 21. Substitutions. Now they're looking to the near sideline, getting lined up. Lacey now will head over as the lone wide out to the right side. Actually, they'll have Goodwin along with Taylor in the slot. Here's the shotgun snap, Nussmeier. They'll swing it out. Goodwin, he'll make the catch at about the 19. Again, stiff arms a man. Flag comes out as he makes it to about the 25-yard line. On a design swing pass to the running back. Jordan Lewis made the stop for Southern. We'll see what the infraction's all about. And doesn't look like we're hearing from Scott Walker, our referee. Or he did not turn his mic on. But they move the football to the 25-yard line.
There is no play. 7 people on 5 yards offside. Second down.
So apparently an offsides penalty.
26 yards.
Second down and 14, marked at the 26. Nussmeier in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Here's the snap, bell tied. Nussmeier with time. Tries to flip this one into the flat again to Goodwin, but it's off the mark, way over his head and out of his reach, incomplete, up around the 30-yard line.
And that would have been Nussmeier's biggest mistake so far, where he had the receiver out in the flat, uncovered. Nobody picked him up at all, and he threw the ball way over his head. All he had to do was just flick it out there for the reception. Goodwin would have taken it upfield, picked up enough for the first down. As it is 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 from the 26. Opening possession of the third quarter. LSU leading 51-0 over Southern. Snap a little high, but handled by Nussmeier. He comes out firing and looking for Cole Taylor, and a radio ball. Heard it, didn't see it. Went right in front of his face mask up around the 35-yard line near side. Taylor was running the route, not sure. Again, a little miscommunication. He didn't turn around. Certainly a catchable pass, but Taylor just looked around. The ball was by him, incomplete. It's 4th down and 9, and the Tigers will have to punt away their first possession here in the second half. See Jay Bramlett, who will stand at about the 11-yard line of the Tigers. High snap, but at the snap, flags come out, whistles blow, play halted.
False start. Offense, number 33. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Fourth penalty of the night against the Tigers. So they'll back him up. 4 penalties for 20 yards tonight. So Bramblett will get a little deeper in his own territory. Now stand down around the 5-yard line. Chandler Whitfield, the freshman out of nearby Zachary, back deep for the Jaguars, stands at the Jag 35-yard line. 13:31, just underway here in the third quarter. Again, the snap back, handled by Bramblett. Punt is away, high in the air. Fair catch called for, and Whitfield gets under it at the 39-yard line of the Jaguars after a 40-yard punt. That's where Southern will take over. Again, with 13:21 remaining here in the third quarter. Fans H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, just call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. So we'll see the Southern Jaguar offense, who, Doug, had a little bit of life in their last 2 possessions of the first half. Unfortunately for them, couldn't come away with field goals. Missed on both, one wide left, one wide right. But again, a little momentum after really nothing to show for through a quarter and a half here at Tiger Stadium. So they'll have their first possession here in the third quarter. First down and 10. Relatively good field position, starting at their own 39. Shotgun snap. They'll keep it on the ground to Sims. Sims rolling forward to about the 41, just beyond the 41, shy of the 42-yard line. Mekhi Wingo getting that start at nose tonight. Wraps him up for the stop. Wingo had 6 tackles in Sunday's loss at Florida State in the Dome. Did have that big fumble recovery. It gave the Tigers an opportunity for that 99-yard drive at the end of regulation. He's played great tonight as well. Second down and 8. Handoff again, and Sims sidesteps a defender at the line and then dives forward up to the 45-yard line. Picks up maybe 5 yards on the carry. Southern 2 for 9 on third downs tonight. In fact, they were, I believe, 0 for 6 to start the game. So now manageable, third down and 3 at the 46 of their own. Trip receivers left, 1 to the right side. Motion a receiver from left to right. They'll go right back to the run. Sims with room, makes his way to the Tiger Eye, and again the ball comes out. They say a live football, and LSU has it at about the 38-yard line of their very own. Greg Penn saw the ball squirt loose and immediately went for it, able to fall on it. Now we've got some pushing and shoving way back down the field at the 50. Looks like Ali Gay had the strip, as Sims had good yardage, had the first down and then some. So they say it was a live football fumble after Gay made the strip. And great recognition by Penn. He was the first to indicate to all of us the ball was loose. And a timeout on the field here. Waiting to see if Scott Walker, if there was any question as to whether or not it was a fumble, and it appears he's going to take a look. Nope, he's just going to get maybe need some help from one of the team doctors. Nonetheless, timeout on the field here at Tiger Stadium. LSU recovers another fumble. They'll have possession. When we come back, they lead 51-0. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reynolds. As owner of Mint Mobile, I'm proud to offer premium wireless for just $15 a month. And I'm proud that we have thousands of 5-star reviews from customers like Dan D. in New York, who writes, "I am satisfied customer. How can this only be $15? He wrote it in all caps. I needed you to feel it like he feels it. I hope I did that justice, Dan. And I hope that you try Mint too at mintmobile.com/Odyssey.
New activation and upfront payment for 3-month plan required. Taxes and fees extra. Additional restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for full terms.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See Popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Football is back. The baseball playoff race is heating up and your favorite artists are touring. Now you can get up to half off events like these when you buy last-minute tickets with Game Time. Game Time is the hottest new ticketing app that guarantees the lowest price on tickets to all your favorite sports, concerts, and shows. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and redeem code THEGAME20. That's code THEGAME20 for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Your neighborhood Ashley store has all the styles, selection, and value you'll need to invite fall in this season. Find furniture you'll love by shopping locally or visit ashley.com today.
Carter's is hiring seasonal warehouse associates and equipment operators. Rates start at $16 to $20.50 an hour, depending on position and shift. Seasonal incentives are also available. Walk-ins welcome Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 625 Braselton Parkway in Braselton, Georgia. Offers will be made on the spot with next day starts in most cases. Text Carter's Jobs to 25000 to apply now. Carter's is an equal opportunity employer.
Is WWL. Third quarter action continues. Presented by H&E Equipment Services on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger defense for LSU. Another turnover forced, this time a strip fumble. Holly Gay stripped Gerard Sims of the football. Greg Penn falls on it. LSU takes over possession here in the third quarter. First down and 10. Ball at their own 41-yard line. Snap back to Nussmeier. 3 steps, looks to fire into the far side. Catch made at the 49-yard line. A gain of 8 to Chris Hilton Jr. Coming back for it. Hauls it in. Sets up second down and 2 for the Tigers nearing midfield here. 11:51 clock moving. Third quarter and LSU up 51-0. In the home opener and first ever meeting between the Tigers and the Jaguars. On second down and 2. Nussmeier again throwing. Catch made by Lacey at about the 38-yard line. Far side. Comes back across middle of the field. And they'll say his knee was down at the 35. But Lacey picking up the catch. His second reception as a Tiger. Former Ragin' Cajun transferring over from UL Lafayette. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line now, the Jaguars. So Nussmeier and company on the move. Lacey lines out wide to the right. Cole Taylor in the slot to the right side. Francione and Hilton wide to the left. Or check that. Yeah, it is Hilton. Nussmeier again looking to throw. Goes back to Lacey at the 29 far side. He squirts through 2 defenders inside the 25. Down to the 22-yard line. Picks up another first down for the Fighting Tigers. 15-yard gain. Nice connection there. Nussmeier and Kyron Lacey.
And Nussmeier a little bit more accurate here to start the third quarter.
Hilton again out wide to the left. Francione in the slot. Kyron Lacey, lone receiver, short side of the field to the right. Nussmeier calls for the snap. He has Williams back there to pass block. Throwing towards the right corner of the end zone, but overthrows Lacey right at the goal line. Incomplete. Sets up second down and 10 at the 22-yard line of the Jags. Fans, lower your utility bills with an efficient, reliable Train air conditioning system. Visit trainsouth.com. Find a local dealer. Get a free estimate on a system that will fit your needs and your budget. Begin saving now because it's hard to stop a train. Francione again and Hilton out wide to the left. Cole Taylor, the tight end, motions at the snap. Handoff Williams behind a couple of lead blockers, trying to get his way to the 20. Forward progress gets him there and then some, just shy of the 19-yard line. On the carry to the right side of that offensive line as the Tigers once again inside the Capital One red zone. Capital One, proud supporter of LSU Athletics. What's in your wallet? Coming up, we'll update you on scores around the SEC with a Caesars Sportsbook scoreboard update. Third down and 7 for the Tigers. Ball at the 19-yard line of Southern. Snap back. Nussmeier throws near side. Catch made by Hilton at the 11, and he's slung down inside the 10. Stopped at the 9-yard line by Glenn Brown, the junior out of Laplace. And he'll pick up the first down on a 10-yard pitch and catch. It will be first down, goal to goal at the Southern 9-yard line. Tigers looking for more, already up 51-0 over the Jags. And a lot of that big crowd already making their way, trying to beat the traffic out of campus. After halftime, things got a little less crowded here at Tiger Stadium. No surprise in a 51-0 game. Handoff Williams up the middle, and Williams bounces off defenders. Eventually stopped it around the 5-yard line. Second down goal to go from the 5. Williams already tonight with a rushing touchdown, his first of the season. Williams now will check out Armani Goodwin off the LSU sideline. Will move to the right hip of Garrett Nussmeier in the shotgun. Ball from the near side hash. Nobody ready for it. Snap is there. Hit Nussmeier in the chest. They'll halt action here. And I don't believe we'll get a play. We'll see.
Offside. Delay game. Defense. Number 32. Using disconcerting signals. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
You don't see it often, but from time to time, you'll see the disconcerting signals be offsides on the defense. So,
wow. And Coach Kelly lit in the Fitzgerald West, the freshman center, and wondered why did he snap it so early? That's because of the signal, and the Southern player tipped him off, and he snapped it prematurely.
So half the distance, sets up second down goal to go from now the Southern 3. Handoff Goodwin. Goodwin untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Goodwin with the score. His first rushing touchdown on the season. That makes it 57-0 LSU. 8:42 third quarter action. The seas parted on that one, Doug. Goodwin, again, plenty of speed, but just an open lane to find the gold end zone.
He didn't need much speed there. All he had to do was just take 3 or 4 steps, and nobody touched him.
Been a while since we've seen Damian Ramos. He's back out there trying to add one more here. Bramblin again will hold a little high, but the placement down good, and the kick is up and good. That'll make it 58-0. LSU now leading over Southern. 8:42 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the field. Toyota's national sales event is on. Enjoy every last second of summer in an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer and check out the Ready for Anything Toyota Tundra. How Tigers go tailgate. Toyota, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Back after this, LSU 58, Southern nothing on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
From Baton Rouge to Bastrop, Women's Hospital is bringing mammograms closer to home and closer to you. With our mobile mammography coaches traveling to 31 parishes throughout Louisiana, scheduling your annual mammogram is easier than ever before. Visit womans.org/mammogram or call 225-401-3849 today to request your appointment. That's 225-401-3849.
Hi, I'm Kristen, an employee at BASF in Louisiana. Everyone knows winning sports teams all have great chemistry. The players work well together to accomplish a common goal. With great chemistry, anything is possible. At BASF, we create chemistry around the world through our people and our products. To join a winning team and a great place to work, visit basf.us/LA. BASF, we create chemistry.
Hello, how can I help you?
I'm looking for your new Fast Play games, but really, how fast are they?
How fast do you say? Faster than a... Even faster than...
Whoa! Hey, that's fast.
Introducing new Fast Play games from the lottery. Get in between for $1. Rev up with $2 Super 7s. Bet on Black Cherry Bingo. Get the winning score with $5 Saints. And finally, it's a party with $10 cash extravaganza. Win up to $50,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Is your business growing? And are you in need of more space? Are you looking to expand your commercial real estate portfolio? Give DiVincente Brokerage a call. They are a locally owned commercial real estate company that can cover all of your commercial real estate sales and leasing needs. DiVincente Brokerage. One team, one firm, one gold star. Give them a call at 225-224-0838.
Third quarter action continues. Presented by H&E Equipment Services on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
8:42 remaining in the third quarter. LSU comfortably ahead of Southern 58-0. Gordy Rush with another sunshine sideline report. Guys had a chance on that series to really, from the end zone, look at the freshman offensive lineman, Emory Jones, outstanding five-star right tackle from Catholic High here in Baton Rouge. And really had a nice camp and very well made press for some playing time as the season goes on. And I talked about Fitzgerald West from Lafayette Christian stepped in at center. We'll see if he pushes Charles Turner throughout this year.
Squib kick on the ensuing kickoff. Going to be picked up by Braylon Morgan. Down around the 15-yard line near side. Tried to cut across the field and getting able to make something out of it. Moves the football up near the 35-yard line of the Jags. That's what they will take over here. With 8.5 to go in the third quarter, as Gordy mentioned, 58-0. LSU all over the Southern Jags. A quick look at the Caesars Sportsbook scoreboard. For the second straight week, Florida's had a tough opponent and a tight game. This time it's Coach Stoops and the Kentucky Wildcats down in the swamp. Last check early in the fourth quarter, Kentucky leading 23-16. And out west, Georgia Southern. How about a shout out for my former Bluebirds, leading Nebraska in Lincoln 35-28. That one in the third. Things going to get awfully chilly for Coach Frost if that score stands. First down, handed off Kendrick Rhymes. He moves forward, no gain on the play. Back to the line of scrimmage, the 35. It'll be second down. They give him maybe half a yard. We'll say second down and 9 upcoming for the Jags.
Is that a prophetic name for Frost?
It sure is.
Things are chilly.
Second down and 9 for the Jags. Two receivers right, one to the left. Single back. McCray, shotgun snap. Hands it off to Rhymes again, and he will backpedal his way across the 40. Seemed to have stripped and lost the football. LSU says they have it, and they do. Third fumble recovery of the night for this LSU defense. That's the fourth, including special teams on the opening kickoff. But another turnover plagues the Jags. Sage Ryan comes up with the loose football, and the Tigers will have it. And a very short field to work with here. 7:42 remaining third quarter. Again, extra effort that time by Rhymes, who got turned around and was just trying to backpedal his way across the 40, but had that football exposed. They were able to knock it free, and Sage Ryan falls on it, and LSU happy to take possession once again. Nussmeier brings the offense back out on the field. Two receivers right, two to the left. Noah Kane in the backfield along with Nussmeier. Nuss stands tall in the pocket, fires it out to the flat. Catch going to be made by Hilton at the 34, inside the 30 before being stopped there. Pick up the first down on the pitch and catch. 13-yard reception. 401 yards total offense thus far for LSU. Southern just totally outmatched on the defensive side. Here's Kane spinning at the line. Falls forward to about the 26-yard line. On first down. Second down and 8 upcoming. Gordy mentioned a lot of new faces, new names on that offensive front for LSU. Replacements in the skill positions as well. Nussmeier, shotgun snap, looking to throw into the flat near side again. It's been his favorite target. It's Chris Hilton Jr. The hauls it in just inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line.
It's good to see a lot of diversity there in Chris Hilton's routes. Chris Hilton was a state champion 400-yard sprinter at Zachary High School. Really known for, we saw straightaway speed in the Texas Bowl on that long touchdown, and won actually a state championship on a hitch and then ran it about 60, 70 yards. Seeing an out route, a slant earlier. Hilton getting better as a wide receiver.
Third down and a yard. The handoff goes to Noah Kane, and he will get the first down and then some. Makes his way inside the Southern 15 down to around the 13-yard line. So the drive will stay alive. Fresh set of downs for the Tigers after a 6-yard gain. 6 minutes remain here in the third quarter. 58-0 LSU leads. And right now, Knocking on the door, 4 more. Lacey out wide to the left. Hilton wide to the right. Shotgun snap, Nussmeier. Pulls, throws into the flat. Catch made at about the 14-yard line by Jack Mashburn. And Mashburn, with his first reception of the season, rambles in near the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. Mashburn last year had 4 catches, 53 yards. Looks pretty good catching the football there. Turned it upfield quickly, picked up the first down. It's first down goal to go from the Southern 3. Kane in the backfield with Nussmeier. He'll get the call, but after the handoff, flags and whistles stop the action. Looks like movement again up front by LSU.
False start. Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Again, Emory Jones getting some playing time out there. Great former Catholic high football star. Freshman, as Gordy mentioned. A little jumpy there. We'll back him up. First down goal to goal at the 8 now for LSU with 5:04 remaining. Hilton lines up wide to the left. Now he'll motion behind the line of scrimmage. Snap to Nussmeier. Hand off Kane, and Kane stood up and stopped at about the 6. Second down goal to go from the 6 upcoming.
There's some question whether or not Emory Jones was going to play as a guard or as a tackle. A lot of folks thought he might contribute right away as a guard, but LSU's been looking at a lot of different people at tackle. Frazier started tonight. Wire went out there and came in the game and relieved Frazier, and now Jones is the third right tackle. Wire is at the left tackle. I think that right tackle position is very much open, and this is kind of an audition tonight.
Second down goal to go from the 6. Nussmeier throwing the fade into the right corner, looking for Lacey. Got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on. Incomplete in the back right corner. Sets up third down goal to go from the 6. Again, only Lacey could make a play on it. Good throw by Nussmeier. Pretty good coverage as well by the Jaguars that time. Benny McCray. Lacey just couldn't bring it all the way in. So they'll try third down goal to go from the 6. So they've tried it on the ground. That time they tried it through the air. We'll see what they offer up here. Lacey motions out of the slot, left to right. He'll be the lone receiver right side as Nussmeier out of the gun. Gets the high snap, handles it, rolls out to his right. Pressure coming, and he'll be pulled down from behind, and it's intercepted. He threw the football, and it's taken away. Nobody's going to catch this defender who is now slowing up inside the 20, the 10, the 5. And a pick 6 for Southern, going to put him on the board. It's Benny McCray with his first interception of the season. At that time, Nussmeier trying to avoid the sack. Offered up the football. Not much on the throw, just kind of whiffed in the air. And again, Benny McCray, who had the good coverage on the play before in the back corner of the end zone. That one was an easy one to pluck out of the air. And he was already gone. Nobody with a chance to catch him, and Southern finds themselves on the board, make it 58-6.
Chris, I'm wondering if they take a look at that. His knee might have been down. They're resetting the clock here. I don't know if they're looking at that back in Birmingham. But Nussmeier's knee was really close to being down before he threw that ill-advised ball.
Yeah, I thought initially watching it in real time he was down, even after the ball came out. That's why I said he would be pulled down. It looked like his knee was down, and then you saw the ball go moving. Now, watching the replay here, which, again, right now they're lining up for the point after, so we're not under review. But watching it in slow motion, it looked like the knee came down just before he let go of the football. But the point after is up, and it's good off the foot of Jackson. And a 94-yard pick 6 puts Southern on the board. Their defense does the scoring here, their first score of the night. That cuts the lead 58-7. Timeout on the field. We'll return to Tiger Stadium in a moment. Still all LSU, 58-7 over Southern here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Louisianians know life here is filled with joy. Sometimes a little uncertainty. No matter your stage in life, know that you can rely on the strength of the cross and protection of the shield. Your card opens the door to a large network of top doctors to care for you. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana has been helping Louisianians get care for generations. With the right card and the right care, you can get back to what you love best.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nunez. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Third quarter action continues. Presented by H&E Equipment Services on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
As we continue on this Saturday night in Death Valley, Les Pauston second station identification. This is Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Home of the New Orleans Saints and LSU Sports. 870 AM WWL New Orleans, 105.3 WWL FM and HD1 Kenner New Orleans. A radio.com sports station.
Sportsbook broadcast booth at Tiger Stadium. Home opener for LSU. They lead 58-7. Been throwing the shutout all night, but then a poor decision. Garrett Nussmeier being pulled down, tried to avoid the sack by letting the football go. Ball came out of his hands, landed in the hands of Benny McCray. He would take it 94 yards to put Southern on the board. Cut the lead 58-7. Real quickly, first we'll have the ensuing kickoff. Griffin again puts a foot into it. This one a deep kick about 10 yards into the end zone. And it will be handled by Nicholas, and he will take a knee. It'll be a touchback, first down and 10 at the 25 for LSU. Gordy, during that timeout, you may have a better vantage point. I spy Walker Howard loosening up and warming up on the sideline for LSU.
Yeah, again, you know, Walker Howard can play in 3 football games and still maintain his red shirt. The plan was for Howard to redshirt, but this is a perfect opportunity, one of the 3 remaining non-conference games to maybe get a look, and we'll see if they play him here. This is important for Nussmeier. He's got to establish some confidence and show this coaching staff he can make sound decisions.
He's back out there. Nuss takes the first down snap, rolls out to his right. Catch made by Hilton at the 30-yard line, steps through 2 defenders, and makes his way to the 35, maybe the 36, pickup of 11 yards. And picks up, I believe, they're going to say it was just shy of the 35. I thought he made it to the 36, but I stand corrected. My opinion doesn't matter. Those in the black and white stripes do. They say it was about a half yard shy. So it'll be second down and short between the 34 and 35-yard line of the Tigers. Nussmeier in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Little jet toss coming to Francione near side. Francione turns it upfield, gets to the 40, picks up the first down to the 45, and then slung out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for LSU on the jet toss to Francione, who Coach Kelly has really talked a lot about. I mean, you've got a very deep receiving room, very talented, but said don't count out Francione and what he can do with a football in his hands. Showed it there, and it's first down and 10 up near midfield, now at the Tiger 48-yard line. 14-yard gain on the jet toss. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left side as Nussmeier has Noah Kane on a sidecar to his left. Shotgun snap. Nuss in the pocket. Drops it off to Kane. He's across midfield again to the 45 and stopped at about the 43-yard line. That time, Ty Farmer and Derek Williams combine on the tackle for Southern. About a 9-yard gain. Sets up second down and a yard. Now at the Jags 43-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Shotgun quick snap to Nussmeier. Handoff to Kane, and again, Southern this time right there at the handoff. Bring down Kane at the 45-yard line. Going to lose maybe 2.5, maybe, yep, 1.5 yards, 2 yards on the loss. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Again, LSU in the driver's seat, 58-7. They lead over Southern.
Hey, Chris, from the end zone, it's fun to watch Coach Brian Kelly coaching every play here. He wasn't happy there with the there was a mix-up in that blocking scheme for that defensive end to come free, or either Garrett Nussmeier was supposed to pull the ball on that zone read. Either way, he was letting somebody hear it from the sideline.
2nd down and 3. Another handoff to Kane. This time he shifts to his left at the line of scrimmage and makes his way down just shy of the Jag 39-yard line. He'll pick up the first down on a gain of 5. Jordan Monroe, the freshman out of Ocala, Florida, eventually gets him down. LSU off to a very quick start. Most points ever scored in a quarter for this team in the first quarter of action tonight. Thought they might be on their way to the most points ever scored in a game, but I think that one's safe for the time being as we have under a minute to play here in the third quarter. On first down, handoff Goodwin, who checked in. Goodwin slices through the defense inside the 30 near side to the 25, down to about the 23-yard line. Good run by Armani Goodwin, a gain of 16 yards. 62 yards on the night rushing for the sophomore running back. Hails from Birmingham, Alabama.
Chris, update on the offensive line. Marlon Martinez checks in at right guard for Tremont Shorts. Martinez had to play a little bit last year, getting his first action of the season.
First out of 10 at the 24. Go right back to Goodwin on the handoff. He'll step inside the 20. Reach the Capital One red zone to about the 17-yard line of the Jaguars. That should do it for the third quarter of action. LSU's in no hurry. They're ready to switch sides of the field. Let the final seconds roll off the third quarter clock here. Listen up, fans. Introducing the greatest hits from the lottery. Play Hit 50 and win up to $1,000. Visit any lottery retailer. Pick up Hit 50 today for your chance to win. Must be at least 21 to purchase. Indeed, third quarter comes to an end here at Tiger Stadium. So far in the first ever meeting between the Tigers and Jags, it's been all LSU. 58-7. They lead over Southern. Fourth and final quarter coming your way next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you're a fan, you wear your team's jersey on your back and your heart on your sleeve. After a win, your world glistens. Lose, and the hurt permeates your soul. You'll always have a place with us in the Cox Fan Zone, where everyone can play and connect with other fans in a big group hug. See, in the Fan Zone, you're not some crazy fan. You're home.
Hey, Tiger fans, say Fan Zone into your Cox voice remote to play. Not at home? Visit cox.com/fanzone and go Tigers. Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
With a plan from People's Health, you get the benefit of a complimentary health club membership. But that's not all. They now offer 65% more fitness centers with gyms you can visit nationwide while traveling, and the flexibility of joining multiple gyms to fit your lifestyle. There's even online programs to help you stay active in the comfort of your own home. To learn more about this expanded benefit, give People's Health a call, 1-855-821-2666, or visit peopleshealth.com.
Hey, Tiger fans, G.W. Oliver Pool Construction exists at the intersection of creativity and craftsmanship to deliver an excellent experience. Born in Baton Rouge, their brand has expanded to be a leader in commercial and residential pools throughout the entire Gulf Coast. So no matter where the project, G.W. Oliver's mission is to turn your dream into a reality. Find out more at gwoliver.com.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
15 minutes up on the board. Fourth and final quarter coming your way from Tiger Stadium. LSU leading 58-7 over the Southern Jaguars. Tigers trying to get to 500 on the early year after the loss earlier this week in the opener at Florida State in the Superdome, 24-23. Much different execution overall in a big way tonight for LSU. Again, overmatched are the Southern Jags. Taking a look at the third quarter stats presented by Hancock Whitney. LSU, well, this kind of is a snapshot of tonight's game. LSU snapped the ball 26 times, Southern just 5 times in that entire third quarter. Tigers had 41 yards on the ground, 109 through the air. Southern with 27 yards on the ground, no passing yards in that third quarter. 150 yards for the Tigers, 27 total for Southern. They did get on the board with a pick six, 94 yards. Benny McCray with the interception. Both teams have been a little sloppy with the football. Certainly 4 fumbles tonight by Southern. Not going to help you in any matchup. Certainly stepping up, taking on a Power 5 opponent. Second down and 3 for LSU as we start the fourth quarter. They now attack left to right on your dial. Ball at the 17-yard line of the Jaguars as Nussmeier gets the high snap, handles it, hands it off Goodwin. Goodwin in traffic, now breaks out free to the near side, 10-5, and spun down. As he reached the 2-yard line, they'll say he's down at the 1. Goodwin again, a great night running, another 16-yard gain for the sophomore running back out of Birmingham. He's got 84 yards on the night. LSU quickly lines it up. First down goal to go at the Jag 1. Goodwin stays in at the running back. Nussmeier calls for the snap, has it, puts it in the belly of Goodwin. Goodwin going to be spun around and dropped back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll set up second down goal to go from the 1.
Chris, good to see number 58, Cardell Thomas, a junior now from Southern Lab. Highly recruited coming out of high school. Took a while to get on the field, but had a good spring, starting to contribute a little bit here at left guard with the backups.
Second down goal to go from the 1. Again, off to Goodwin this time. He batters his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 1-yard touchdown run for Armani Goodwin. His second touchdown of the night. And that will make it 64-7 LSU with a point after upcoming. Good, nice return for Nussmeier on that drive. Again, after giving up the interception for the pick six, led the offense down the field. Goodwin punches it in. Gordy touched on it, Doug, trying to build confidence for your backup quarterback. Daniels, of course, we haven't talked about him in a long time, but he had an excellent night. 10 of 11 passing, 137 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and it's been Nussmeier's game since midway through that second quarter as the point after is up and good to make it 65-7. LSU with the lead. That point after by Trey Finnison getting a chance with kicking duties, and he splits the uprights on the PAT. 65 points, tied for 7th most ever by an LSU football team. And we still got 14:01 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 10 plays, 75 yards, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Timeout on the field. We'll return to Tiger Stadium in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece. And let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. I get this question all the time. What should I do after I'm in an accident? Well, first, you need to call the police. And second, you need to take photos of all of the vehicles that are involved. Yes, not just yours, every vehicle involved. You need to get medical care immediately to document your pain and your injuries. And lastly, you need to call C. Kelly Law if you're injured by someone else at 844-I-WIN-4GA. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA. And one thing you shouldn't do is talk to any insurance companies, not even your own. The insurance company is not your friend after you've been in an accident. For more information about what you should do after an accident, visit our website at win4ga.com. Call our team to get the real help that you need after an accident at 844-I-WIN-4GA.
Is WWL. Action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. And together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare research and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. In case you're keeping score at home, I should say, 65-7 our score tonight at Tiger Stadium. Most points ever by an LSU team. You got to go back a few years, again, since they've been keeping these stats since 1933, the SEC era. Back in 1936, LSU hung 93 on Southwestern Louisiana Industrial Institution, otherwise known as ULL. That would be the high water mark for points in a single game. The ensuing kickoff, handled at the 1-yard line, going to be brought by Morgan, and Morgan crosses the 15, just gets beyond the 20 before being stopped at the 21-yard line. Now, again, 13:50 remaining in the game. There are some high marks you could strive for. 77 points against Rice in 1977. 72 points, of course, a couple of years ago in that overtime shootout with Texas A&M. And then 70 points against Arkansas back in 1991. Arkansas State, rather, in 1991. So there's an opportunity, obviously, to kind of move up in that list here tonight. All of that, of course, will be impacted on what Southern possibly can do here with another possession. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Going to keep it on the ground, up across the 26-yard line. New running back into the game for the Jags. Carl Ligon gets a carry, his first of the night. Picks up about 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4.
Chris Xavier Carter, the backup defensive end, just limped off the field. That's going to bring Desmond Little, the starter, back in. We'll see what the situation is with Carter.
Second down and 4 for the Jags. On the keeper, coming around the left edge up until the 40-yard line is going to be McCray, the quarterback. Designed run. And he'll pick up the first down for the Jags. Yeah, Gordy, to a bigger point. You talk about Desmond Little having to come in here with 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in a lopsided game, 65-7. Speaks to, again, with the loss of Mason Smith due to the tear in the ACL, how thin suddenly one of the strengths of LSU in the preseason start to get a little thin there. That's got to be a concern moving forward. Handoff again, I believe Ligon going to make his way across the 45, gets into LSU territory with a nice run for Ligon to about the 49-yard line. They'll say his knee was down, a gain of 11. It's a first down.
Tell you, Chris, where they're not thin's inside linebacker. Jared Small, number 58, Jared Small, rather, if you remember, got hurt, was going to start last year against UCLA, got hurt. Season-ending injuries in there right now. And Colby Fields from Rummel High School, a transfer from South Carolina, both getting some work at inside linebacker.
High snap and the swing pass, trying to get it to Ligon. It was a little off the mark. He held on, but didn't get any gain on it. Just got back to the line of scrimmage. Again, looked like the high snap took all of the timing out of that play. As McCray tossed it, and they'll actually lose 2 yards, get behind the chains here. Second down at 12 from their own, or rather, yes, their own 49-yard line. So back onto their side of the field. McCray in the shotgun. Ligon again on a wing to his right. McCray going to pull, sprint out to the right side, still looking downfield. He'll get out of bounds, and here comes the flag. He stepped on the boundary, and the Tigers kept going, eventually bringing him down. Princeton Malbrew going to be whistled.
Late hit out of bounds. Defense number 94. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So Malbrew there, a little inexperience, and again, he thought he was still continuing the play, and just, I think Gordy wasn't aware that he was on the boundary, but clearly an easy call for the officials.
Absolutely. Just, I think, getting an opportunity to play, show what he can do, and just runs it down. Runs him down from behind. Got to use better judgment there on the edge.
So the penalty sets up first down at 10. Now the ball at the LSU 35-yard line. So the Jags still fighting, still swinging out here. McCray steps back. Nothing downfield. He will step up and then be twisted and pulled down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll set up second down and 10 for the Jags. Desmond Little has had an excellent game. Again, we mentioned it getting the start tonight for B.J. Ojolari. Again, nothing major, we're told, but just unable to go tonight. Was in warm-ups before the game. Joined the captains out on the Tiger Eye for the toss of the coin, but great experience for Little tonight. He's played well. 2nd down and 10 at the 35. McCray wants to unload, throws, coming back for it. Catch made at about the 24-yard line, picking up the first down by about a yard. Great catch and concentration that time by August Pete. Had one reception last week in the win over Florida Memorial. Will be his 2nd catch of the night. Gain of 11, 1st down and 10 now. Ball at the 24-yard line of the Tigers. Hash mark far side as the Jags attack right to left on your dial. Approaching 10 minutes remaining in this game. This will be the 8th play of the drive for the Jaguars. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now they'll motion a receiver. Here's the jet toss. And LSU has it snuffed out. Nowhere to go. There'll be a loss on the play back at the 31. Chandler Whitfield had no daylight. Tigers had that one figured out from the start. Smalls was in on the coverage. Allen there, along with LaTerrence Welch, all had it smothered up. Loss of 6 on the play, sets up 2nd down at 16.
Another example right there, Jordan Allen, a true freshman from Lafayette Christian, playing the nickel back. Probably like the red shirt him because you're so deep at that position, he gets a chance to play tonight.
McCray calls for the shotgun snap. Trip receivers to the right. He's looking right. Now lets it go and grabbed out of the air down at the 1-yard line. Spectacular catch. Tip of the cap to Rudy Dyson. Had 2 Tigers in the vicinity, but he got on a ladder, spotted the football, high-pointed the football, and brings it down at the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st down goal to go at the Tiger 1. That was an incredible catch by Dyson.
That's the play of the game. He went up between 2 defenders and high-pointed. He went up higher than both of them, made the reception, came back down just outside of the goal line.
I believe they handed off to Liggins that time. Liggins stopped shy of the goal line. He got right to the goal line, but then stood up there. Will set up 2nd down goal to go from the LSU 1. Liggins, he's been the go-to back here in the 4th quarter. Haven't seen Sims or Rhymes, or Morgan for that fact. Let's talking about the 4th-string running back here. He's had some good runs tonight in his time on the field. 2nd down goal to go from the 1. McCray gets the snap a little high. Again, hands it off to Liggins. This time he'll go left side, and he will find his way into the end zone. And the offense for the Southern Jaguars hit pay dirt for the first time tonight. That will make it 65-13, capping off a 10-play drive. And a sensational catch by Dyson sets up the rushing score for the Jaguars with 8:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. So we'll see Luke Jackson line up for the point after here. And we mentioned tip of the cap to Dyson for that incredible catch, but tip of the cap to Coach Dooley and these Jags who continue to play and try to make something out of this contest moving forward as the point after is up and good. That'll make it 65-14. Again, things get really real for Southern next week. They travel to Houston to take on Texas Southern. So credit them for continuing to work, Doug, trying to make something happen, even though they're down in a big way, 65-14.
They've come back and played hard. In fact, they've played hard the entire game. There were a lot of points that they gave up, but they have played really hard, particularly this half. And you got to give a lot of credit to it. That tells you a lot about their coaching.
8:15 remains in the game. LSU still leads big, 65-14. We'll be back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. The time is right, the party's just begun. Have a good time, bro.
Ford F-Series has been keeping the good times rolling as the best-selling truck in America 44 years straight. And with the smartest F-150 and most capable Super Duty ever built, this dynasty will keep right on rolling. Drive the new 2021 F-150 at your Southern Quality Ford dealer, proud partner of the LSU Tigers. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year sales.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of LSU Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, Tiger fans, we're Dudley DeBosier, and we're proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. Cheering on the Tigers is a Louisiana tradition. There's nothing better than a good tailgate with great friends, followed by a huge LSU victory. Whether you're from Shreveport or Houma, New Orleans or Baton Rouge, come game day, we're all pulling for the purple and gold. Demand different. Demand Dudley DeBosier, official partner of LSU Athletics. 444-4444.
Chattanooga, Baton Rouge, LA 2112228.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
8:15 remains in this contest tonight. The home opener going well for LSU. They lead 65-14. Southern just punches it into the end zone moments ago for their second touchdown of the night, just their first for the Jag offense. Performance report brought to you each week by Kubota and your Louisiana Kubota dealers. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for the dealer near you. LSU, again, overwhelming on the scoreboard and in the stat book. 504 yards total offense tonight for your Tigers. 320 of that through the air. And again, Jaden Daniels, who has been on the sideline after a great performance to start the game. He went 10 of 11, 137 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. Here, Nussmeier has come in relief. He's 13 of 23, 183 yards. Hasn't thrown for a touchdown. Does have an interception, 2 interceptions on the night, but again, able to lead a successful couple of drives to add to the scoring total. Again, LSU getting it done through the air and utilizing their receivers as the kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. LSU will start first down and 10 at their own 25. The performance report presented by Kubota. You're talking about Hilton with 5 catches tonight, 47 yards. Keyshawn Booty early and often had 5 catches, 42 yards. Malik Neighbors, 3 catches, 81 yards, a long of 60. Had a receiving touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr. with a touchdown on 2 catches for 55 yards. And of course, Jack Besh had 1 catch, 17 yards, and a score earlier tonight. We will see Walker Howard take over at quarterback for the Tigers here on this possession for LSU. And on the first down, he will hand it off and up the middle, gaining yards across the 30, up near the 34-yard line is Noah Kane on the carry. So Howard getting product out of Lafayette, Louisiana, legacy player here for the Tigers. Getting an opportunity, as Gordy mentioned, lopsided game, a chance to get him some action. Possibly redshirting the final decision on Howard, but always great to get an opportunity to play in live action. Handoff again, going to be Kane, and he just runs over the line of the Jaguars, keeps on trucking up to the 45, picks up the first down for the Tigers. They'll move the chains with 7.5 to go here in tonight's contest.
It's good to see Noah Kane get some work. He was highly recruited from Baton Rouge, played at IMG Academy, and LSU he visited LSU, wound up going up to Penn State, played as a freshman, true freshman right away, got injured, and just got to LSU this summer. So now a chance for him to get some work. It's been a while.
Gets work again, the handoff to Kane, and he will carry a couple of Jags into Southern territory to the 48-yard line. Good pickup on first down. And you can just see the defensive front now for Southern. Not much firing up there now. It has been a very long evening for the Jag defense. Turnovers, including 4 fumbles tonight, have had them on the field for quite a bit, although time of possession wouldn't show you that. More so in the first half than in the second half for the Jag defense. Second down and 2. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Howard going to pull. Howard going to run off the left side inside the 40, the 35, and then lays a punishing hit on a potential defender who will bring him down at the 34-yard line. So Howard showing the ability to scamper. Of course, one of the top quarterbacks in the country, certainly right here from Lafayette, Louisiana, showing what he can do on the ground. It'll be first down and 10 now at the 34-yard line for the Jaguars. Howard looking to the near side, taking their time here. Play clock down to 10. Game clock 5 minutes, 45 seconds. Howard now will line them up. One receiver to the left, two to the right side. And he'll hand it off on first down. Carry by Nick Demas. Demas gets his first carry of the season. Down to about the 32, just shy of the 32. About a yard and a half on the carry. They'll say second down and 8 for the Tigers. Again, in no hurry now. Under 6 minutes to go.
I'll tell you, Chris, I was really impressed with Demas during fall camp. Naturally, with John Emery was in and out of the lineup a little bit, so they were limited with backs, and he got a lot of touches. He's a big back out of Indiana, runs north and south, and has a little bit of a burst to him. He's not going to run away from you, but definitely serviceable here if LSU needs a back. Good to see him get some action.
Second down and 8. Ball at the 32-yard line of the Jags. Demas going to get the carry again, and Demas showing some ability to move the pile. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but kept churning. Makes his way down to the 31-yard line. Just inside the 32.
Chris, just a reminder for Tiger fans, next week's opponent, Mississippi State, they kick off at 10 o'clock if it's not already 10 o'clock. They're playing out in Tucson against Arizona, so chance to see next week's opponent tonight when you get home.
Howard takes the snap, in trouble, and the Jags get to him, bring him down. The pocket collapses back at about the 37-yard line. Joshua Donald credited with the sack for the Jags. We hit 4 minutes to go.
Losses to the 37-yard.
Ball placed back at the 37-yard line. They lose 6 on the sack.
Fourth down, 13. Fourth down, 13.
Two receivers right, two to the left. Fourth down and 13. Howard, design quarterback draw. Off to the left side and inside the 30, and then grabbed by a shoestring and dropped at the 29, shy of the first down. And the Jags, turnover on downs, will take over with a timeout on the field. 3:25 remaining in this one. All LSU. 65-14, they lead the Southern Jaguars. Back to Tiger Stadium after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons For You in our mobile app, where you can shop for groceries and save weekly with digital coupons all in one place. With Albertsons For You, you can earn rewards points every time you shop and redeem them for free groceries. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to sign up. Albertsons, fresh food, local flavors.
Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
If you want to have a great time, enjoy some tasty food and drinks, and play some golf, you need to head out to the brand new Golf Suites off Segan Lane. Just go to the Segan Overpass, turn onto Old Segan Lane, loop under the bridge, and you are at the only place in town that uses PGA TrackMan technology. This technology tracks the flight and spin of your ball, which means you can use it to improve your game. You can also play courses from around the world, and there are plenty of games, so it's a ton of fun for the whole family. Golf Suites is affordable and open late night on the weekends. Make your plans to visit Golf Suites today.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
65-14, LSU leading Southern here in the home opener. Fans J&J Exterminating, Louisiana-owned, customer-focused, and results-driven for over 60 years. Call the local pros, get the shield. J&J Exterminating, yeah. 3:25 remains in the game. LSU again will host Mississippi State right back here at Tiger Stadium next Saturday. 5 o'clock kickoff. Of course, the Pirate and the Bulldogs, a late one tonight. I believe kickoff, if I saw earlier, was 10 o'clock.
That is correct. We've all been invited to Jim Nichols' house, our spotter. I'm excited about a little late night with the Nichols.
Jim almost choked. He just choked on his ice up there.
Right. Sorry about that, Jim. Maybe you didn't get the invite.
First down and 10. At the 24 as the Jags take over. Tigers just trying to keep this clock moving. Went for it on 4th down. Couldn't come up with it on the quarterback draw. So the Jags take over. 203 yards total offense tonight for the Jags. 161 of that on the ground. There's trip receivers to the left, one to the right. Low snap, but handoff to Ligon. Ligon bounces off a tackler at the 35. 360s his way up near the 40-yard line. Looks like he got 11 yards. It'll be enough for a first down before the Tigers able to track him down. Ligon came in third-string running back tonight for the Jags. 30 yards, all coming here in the fourth quarter. Not to mention the lone offensive touchdown for the Jags tonight. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Again, a little high snap, but again, a handoff to Ligon. Ligon off the right side to the 45, a pickup of 5 yards. Colby Fields, who we mentioned earlier, getting action tonight, makes that stop for LSU. 2nd down and 5 with 2.5 minutes to go here from Tiger Stadium. Trip receivers left. Single back in Ligon to the right side of McCray. McCray will hand it off to Ligon. Right side, steps through again. Another defender, leapfrogs another at the midfield stripe and finds his way down to the 46-yard line. Ligon doing his best, Doug, to try to earn a little higher in the order there as the third-string running back. You wouldn't know it was 65-14 the way he's running the football.
Might want to see if we can get that guy to put on some purple and gold.
1st down and 10 now at the Tiger 45. Snap to McCray. This time McCray going to keep. He'll try to get it out on the left edge. Has some room. 35. Steps out. Near side at the LSU 30-yard line. 15-yard gain for the Jag quarterback. Puts them over 200 yards rushing tonight. 202 to be exact. Stop the clock to move the chains momentarily. 92 seconds remain in this game. First ever meeting between two schools, two football programs separated by less than 11 miles here in the capital city. It's hard to see right now if you're a Jaguar fan, certainly Jaguar player or coach, but I think this team's going to benefit from this game tonight, believe it or not, as they get into SWAC competition. They will certainly see no team like this. Here's a pass out in the flat right side and a receiver a little bit loose inside the 20 and the 15-yard line. Tigers went for the big hit. Came up empty. Isaiah Taylor hauls in his first catch of the year, the freshman out of Stockbridge, Georgia. And after the Tigers didn't wrap up, he picks up 17 yards and about 10 of that after the catch.
And that's one of the problems from last week's game. LSU did not tackle well the entire game. And there's some more of that you see right now, particularly late in this game.
McCray pulls and then drops a pass into the flat just on the boundary at the 10-yard line. Catch hauled in. Picks up 3 yards on the reception. Gregory Perkins, backup tight end, making the grab. And Coach Brian Kelly right now, again, you know you're going to win the game. You know you're going to win convincingly, but Gordy, I can't believe he's going to be happy if his defense allows the Jags to punch it in here with 45 seconds to go in this game.
No, not at all. There have been it's been a little sloppy in the second half after a really sharp first half. And I think with the substitutions, you expect some of that to happen, but you'd like to get off the field here with a stop.
Empty set for McCray, wanting to throw. Nobody open. He'll try to run, and then he's grabbed and caught, and he will be brought down at around the 13-yard line of the Tigers. No gain on the play. LSU staying at home as the quarterback decided to drop down and try to get some yards. LSU all over it. Give credit that time to Malbrew, who fought through a block and got his hands on the Jag quarterback and did not let go. Clock moving down to 6 seconds. 3rd down and 9 from the Tiger 14. Looks like the Jags are going to call timeout. They wanted to get another playoff. Obviously, Coach Dooley would love to score, take some momentum for his team back across town, but he just had some communication issues, some problems getting lined up. And he calls a timeout with 1 second remaining. We'll take one with him. We'll return, finish this one out. LSU 65, Southern 14 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original season is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it, running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers!
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here at Tiger Stadium, Southern University knocking on the door inside the red zone here. Ball at the LSU 14-yard line. The clock was dwindling down. Coach Dooley calls a timeout. When we went to break, they said 1 second. During the timeout, they got together with the officials. They said put 4 seconds on the clock. So 4 seconds remain in this game. LSU up 65-14. Let's check the Caesar Sportsbook scoreboard in SEC play. Again, some interesting ones today. Florida falling to Kentucky at home 26-16 after the Gators had such a long win streak over the Wildcats. They are now, Kentucky has won 3 out of the last 5 meetings. That certainly has changed. Tennessee survived in overtime over Pitt 34-27. Of course, Texas A&M fell to App State over at Kyle Field 17-14. Currently going on, Auburn leading San Jose State 24-13. After the timeout, Jags decide to bring out the field goal unit. It'll be Luke Jackson trying to add points here with 4 seconds remaining. It will be a 29-yard attempt right down Broadway. The kick is up, and the kick is good. That will make it 65-17. Time expires. Tigers win. Tigers win. This one is over with at Tiger Stadium. 65-17, the final. LSU moves to 1-1 on the season. So do the Southern Jaguars. And history tonight as these two teams, very well known, mean a lot to everybody in the city. They finished their first meeting, and it's LSU